I love the power glove. It's so bad.
The bouncer.
I love the Power Glove. I don't know why this music keeps saying they love the Power Glove. Is this a clip from a movie? Playing Kururin. Used to play a shell game. I only know of it because it's what Panzer and Dan based the Roundabout gameplay off of. That's literally the first time I had heard of it. And a long time ago, I caught a couple minutes of somebody playing a kind of high level on it, and I was like, you know what? I should put that in the old back pocket, you know? Something to pick up at some point. And I was rooting around for what to try out today, and at first I was like, oh, maybe I could play Boktai and try that out. And it took me a bit, and I got Boktai working with the whole sensor workaround. Like, there's a sunlight sensor doodad. You can, like, there's a modded ROM, but also if you use the proper emulator, that gets addressed too. And I think I have something that works fine, but then I was on the tail end of that, got it working, and I was just like, I should play Kururin. I don't know. So, I kind of want to decompress today, you know, and probably jump to that, and we'll see how it's going. If we're going long and Kururin overstays its welcome, I might hop to Boktai. But at the moment, I'm thinking I'll just keep Boktai as a backup for today and maybe put that off till later. Gamers are literally mod a ROM rather than go outside. Well, I mean, it is a peripheral. There were actual speedrunners who, there were actual speedrunners who did weird strats to get around that. Hoping it would be the return of Media Night. Well, actually, Funk, you bring that up. There was something I kind of floated to Denby that I might actually do something with in the near future. We'll see. It's something, one of the things we could talk about as we get going. Hello. Hi. How's everybody doing? How's the week been going so far? Hello. Hi. Thanks for nutting. Just got here already. My God. I need to think of some new redeems. I keep on making a note that I've got to root around and find things. I do like Media Night stuff, but often it's kind of like... The Media Night stuff I've shown in the past is stuff that I'd admittedly kind of dig around for quite a while to find. And the issue is, I do like the idea of just making, you know, we do have the media... Did I remove that Discord room? I might have actually removed that room. Hang on. No, we still have the media altar. I mean, I would love a media night, a general media night, but it's like, it feels like I'm often scrambling to find something interesting. And some people do like channel-wide media dumps, and that runs the issue of quality, I suppose? I don't know. Whenever I've done the media stuff in the past, I would usually scrub a video and vet it, you know what I mean? And just sometimes it feels like, I don't know, sometimes it feels like I wasn't hitting the mark right, and I was just like, maybe table this. I'd like to do more of it. It's just that sometimes, I mean, it's kind of like, I don't know where I'd start, you know? Sometimes I have a theme or an idea, but it'd just be Urbex, maybe? Past that, I don't know. Yearly VTuber tax. You mean getting a new model? That's the only VTuber tax I know of. In that case, I have the 3D model. That's enough. Hang on a sec, I just got pinged. Is this important? Ooh, you can wait. But I'd like to do Media Night at some point. Although I feel like I'd like to pick an ideal time for that. I don't know. There was a time in my schedule where Wednesday evenings worked out pretty well. And since the return to office, that's kind of Wednesdays turned to a really shitty day. Because Wednesday is a day I've got to get in the office super early, and I get home and I do my lifting and my rowing and stuff, and by the time I look up, it's like 7 o'clock at night. And is there time to stream after that? Yeah, but I mean, like, the brain sugars, you know, they're running on empty by that point. But we'll see, we'll see. Boy, what a week. It's only Tuesday. It's only got it. Oh yeah, I actually saw your earlier comment, Orforio. Yeah, I got the EU release of Kururin, which I should actually. Should I just? I need to think of something to call this game for short. Spinny Stick. This game's called Spinny Stick. Okay. So if we talk about playing the game, I'm gonna play Spinny Stick. There we go. There we go. Easy, easy. We've streamlined it so much already. Funny thing, Ed. Yeah, I was for a second in my head, Ed, before I said that, I was like, we go with the nickname. Had to conduct 7 interviews last week and only 3 this week. So right now this week is so bad. Oh boy. I am so sorry. I used to be involved with the interviewing process, but since the company has been constricting and there's been shuffling of positions and stuff like that, we haven't really had new hires, at least not in my department. So we haven't really had a reason to do that. But I remember the last person I interviewed, I trained her, I taught her our software in and out. She was starting to really click and get good with it. And then COVID hit, and she was in the first wave of layoffs. So I was like, fucking hell. It's like, okay, this person's gonna really help my workload as soon as they get through, like, as soon as they get like a year under their belt, they'll feel comfortable enough to jump into some of the stuff I'm tangling with. And it's like, they had just gotten past most of the tricky stuff, and they were like a year and a half to 2 in, I think. And I was like, okay, this is going to be great. And then, oh, great. Capitalism? Yeah, grumble. Committed the greatest crime possible, localizing something from the original Japanese. Yeah, I don't think story is going to play much in the game at all. So either way, it is the European version. No weird spinny stick bootlegs here. No. Only the official European release. It's kind of strange how sometimes we would get a title released in Europe and it wouldn't come to the States, even though it already had English inside of it. I was always kind of curious how the heck that shook out. You know what I mean? Oh, let me actually pull up OBS real fast. The rock is floating. There we go. I had it in the back and I wasn't paying too close attention. Oh, the command still works. Actually should leave that in the title. Oh, thank you for the reminder, by the way. Just because the Discord's the handy way for doing pings. Also, there was something, oh yeah, that's right, Ed. There was something I was going to mention when you got the days of the week mixed up. I am very good. Okay, is it, how often do y'all wake up and think it's a different day of the week? Admittedly, I never have that problem. Ow. Hi, S. Kennedy. I never have that issue, but I did have it this week. Like, I struggle to think of another time that I was so flabbergasted. Because, okay, you know how we had to reschedule for Mint? Because she had to have a rain check? I remember I woke up at about 8 o'clock, and I checked my phone, and I saw, I just see if I have any missed calls or anything first thing in the morning. And I saw some Discord stuff. I pulled up the message, and she's kind of like, hey, can we have a rain? She had like the first message, which was like, looking forward to the stream. And then like a few hours, like something came up. I've got to cancel. Is that okay? And I was sitting there and I was just like, looking forward to it today. And I was sitting there and I was absolutely certain it was Monday. And I was just zapped that morning, and I was just like, what? I'm not doing it on Monday. I do that on Sunday. And I sat up and I was already thinking of my whole work routine. I was like, well, I've got to go into the office at... Wait a minute. It took a very long time for me to catch on. Very seldom, usually involving holidays. Ooh. You mean like waking up and it's a surprise bonus holiday? Or do you mean you actually get halfway to work? Plenty of big titles that got US release, but not EU. Yeah, I know there's several, like Terra Enigma was one that always came to mind that got an EU release but didn't come to the States. There was also the Dreamcast release of Shenmue 2. I know that because I had to import it to even play that. And it came in a really, really funky jewel case. Really interesting, but also it was Japanese spoken. So it was nice to hear Ryo speak Japanese. Don't confuse days, but I've always had days where Thursdays felt like Fridays. Oh yeah, I get that all the time, Funk. Absolutely, absolutely. Lost track of what day it is. What day of the week it is. Multiple occasions I started working from home full time at the start of the pandemic. Ooh. I've really got to rip off the Band-Aid across this next month and deal with the whole, the final barriers to actually begin applying for work elsewhere. Which I say elsewhere, it's specifically government work, because I need to go full remote. It's like there's no reason I should be doing it at this current place, and frankly, they're underpaying me. If I can get a government job that pays practically the same but has government benefits, I'll be fine coasting, frankly. Is what jobs should be. Oh boy. It's like the place I am at, it really underpays because of my experience. It was very much like I got on board and I started and I had a big jump in pay, which was great. Went through the first year, which was a probationary period. They wanted to see if I was going to pan out because I was filling in big shoes. If I was going to be a dud, they were going to kick me to the street. But they said, hey, you did good. Here's a bit of a raise. That was the biggest raise I got. And then I kind of sat at that. And I just had, across the past, how long have I been at this place? I started in like my late 20s. And I just had like cost of living adjustments all that time. So you're just talking about like 2.5%, 3% raises. And that's basically been it. Which, because of how inflation's worked, it's like, well, it hasn't really helped too much. What if your current boss is watching right now? He ain't. I'm technically on the clock, but it's just Tuesdays are the remote days, and because the people I work with are on the other side of the planet, and anything I have to do locally, there's no rush. I mean, typically I've got my mail, and once I finish up in here, I'll pull up my mail, look at Teams, see if there's something else, but otherwise, right now, I am waiting on one guy, and ooh, I am steamed with this guy locally. He's been here since I started, and he's been at the company for decades, but also, he's a nice guy, but he's kind of dense, and he's not good at problem solving. So it's like, man, I can get into this in a moment. I'm sure we have everybody has people like this. Full remote is great. God, there's zero reason for me to go into the office. I've mentioned it, but my whole, what is it? For a time, we were at a secondary office site. It's okay. So, start of the pandemic, we were on like the 10th. No, not the 10th. No. We were on like the 4th floor of a pretty sizable office building, right? And we knew we were going to be moving sites. Like it was sold at that point. It was going to happen. and we knew we were going to go to. It was kind of, we were going to go to this place that was really dingy and shitty, and it was a cubicle farm, so we were losing our independent offices, which sucked. But across the coast, across the entirety of the pandemic, I feel like I went to that office about less than 10 times. Like, there was no reason to go in there physically. And we were at that place for maybe about 2 years, 2.5. Okay? And I had my desktop was in there. I'd connect remotely. And something that was very frustrating was ever since we arrived there, if you were physically at your computer and you were using it, there was this horrific network lag. But if you connected remotely, that lag wasn't there. So it was just very confusing. I could not figure it out. I always talked to IT. IT would shrug and give me a non-answer. So it was a bunch of stuff like those machines were native Linux, and the company we got merged into had this two-factor authentication, and that did not work on Linux boxes. So, like, the company didn't know how to handle us, like the group of R&D guys and I, because we're on Linux machines, and everybody else is on Windows, and they're just like, what do you mean the authentication doesn't work? So somebody in IT had to, for crying out loud, to even get onto our email in the physical fucking office. Ow! Hi, G-Volt. The IT guy had to install an add-on that tricked the fucking authenticator. But anyway, it's just extremely left-hand, not talking to the right. There was that whole network lag, and I found that connecting from home, that lag was non-existent. So that's one thing. And we moved to where we are presently, which is a different office building, and they didn't want to have Linux machines on the network at all. So they brought over 2 displays, my 2 monitors, they brought those over. They entirely junked my Linux box. So now I have a laptop that connects remotely. And the thing is, the data center and everything, the virtual machine they set up is way too slow. And it doesn't support dual monitor either. So effectively, I got really hamstrung by that. But also, the latency on that machine is disgusting. The difference between connecting to a physical Linux box versus a data center virtual machine is just, oh. It's like part of the stuff I need to do my job is like a snail's pace now. And, R&D guys and I will put in tickets and complain, and it's just, it's very much like you're speaking a foreign language. They're just like, well, I don't understand. So that's kind of, that's not the only reason I'm looking for work elsewhere, but it is very much a pile of problems. Old man yells at Amazon Cloud. Yeah, it is so aggravating. And it's like we had an IT guy who was pretty good, and he would argue our case. And like last month, he left the company, and it's like, well, so now it's like, okay, as opposed to emailing this guy, I've got to put in a generic ticket in the system that takes 4 to 5 days before somebody picks up. And the guy who picks up is always somebody who doesn't know anything about Linux. They're like, Linux? Is this a program on Windows? I'm just like, what? Yeah, it is so confusing. So, anyway, that's kind of my whole job thing right now, is wrestling with that. And there's a whole litany of things. There's the pay, everything getting awkward, all the payoffs. Not the payoffs, definitely not payoffs, layoffs, of course. It is so perplexing. Oh, Risa. Bones hurt. Ow. How'd Dark Souls go? One sec. I didn't know you'd be wrapping up. I thought you'd be going for quite a while today. One sec, Risa. Let me do the command here. Where is it? How far'd she get? That's not the raid message. Bone hurting? Oh no. Oh no. Well, she's in the middle of a subathon right now, folks. I didn't know she'd be wrapping up quite now. But I guess actually she did go for most of the day, right? Go give her a follow, folks, please. She's great. She's also played a lot of Gex recently, which is... I refuse to even touch Gex on principle. Fighting the... Ooh, the Flexile Sentry. Wait, the sewers? Wait. She's already gone through the cove? Really? Wow, she's booking it then, jeez. Unless I'm misremembering, Flexile was Flexile is the ship, right? I'm trying to think of the process there, because I know there was hides, not the boss version. Oh, yeah, because I saw Bastille. Right. She skipped Cove, used Pursuer shortcut. Pursuer shortcut. What was the Pursuer shortcut? It's been a while since Dark Souls 2. Excited to play Gex 3 Souls. Oh no. Only 3 bosses. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, she was, I'm kind of curious. There were a lot of folks in there who were a lot more savvy with Dark Souls 2. The part she was having issues with, that was the exact same stretch I had so much trouble with. I don't know what it is, but it's like the first session when I played, I got that shortcut unlocked behind those explosive barrels, and that whole first session was garbage. Ow. I wish I knew about the lock-on thing, though. Jeez. Like, that was totally news to me. I didn't know how much that affected fighting packs of enemies. Jesus. Because I remember always being locked on to the Pursuer, and, if you backed up straight, he would always close the distance and just turn your face into hamburger. And when she was playing against him, I saw she was actually outmaneuvering him pretty easily without lock-on. So I was just like, damn. I would have liked to have known that. Original side-scrolling Gex for PSX. One little sister kept playing it. Let me tell you, those one-liners. I remember when they were talking about, hey Risa, how's it going? We were just kind of talking about Dark Souls 2. How's it holding up? Thumbs up? Thumbs down? I mean, I had tons of issues in that same problem, that same part before the Pursuer. Only emotion. Oh no. Well, I mean, on the plus side, at least once you get momentum at the start of the game, it feels like you can keep on trucking along, I think. You know? Absolutely loving it. Fantastic. Yelling because you're enjoying the gameplay so much. So are you stuck playing Dark Souls 2 exclusively until you finish it? Or are you allowed to rotate things out? No? Oh god. Oh god. I don't have the stamina for that sort of stuff. Oh, you can rotate it. Okay. I thought you meant... Okay, I misunderstood. Well, the only remaining gripe, if I may remain vague, is that bosses and some invaders, I think the invaders specifically added in Scholar, they're extremely tanky. Like, I feel like it's a bigger issue when you get to the DLCs, but you're just sort of like, at least when I was playing, it's very much like, am I supposed to be at this asshole? Because they're incredibly chuffy. I don't know. Oh, I had to... I hated that fucking guy. I know exactly what you're talking about. Did you ever kill that asshole? It's like he has like that really rude as hell spell, and he's still relatively the beginning of the game. I don't know. Let me see. Hang on a second. I was rambling about day job stuff. Nothing too interesting. One shot. Yeah, that spells horseshit. God. Oh, Reese, I had a question. I saw Mint's comment on Twitter, and there was something I actually wanted to ask you, because if I had known, I probably would have brought it up in the collab. You played Final Fantasy XI, right? I heard Mint mention that offhand, and I was like, what? Wait a sec. Hell yeah. Okay, I just had to know, because I heard Mint mention offhand, and I know that Mint and I are kind of Final Fantasy XI pilled. Bastock, absolutely, absolutely. I had to start in Windurst for something with some friends on one of the, I think it's Horizon. And yeah, it was like, I was there because everybody else was, and I was just like, this feels terrible. It's lousy. I miss the wastelands of Bastock. Let's see. Official and Wings. I think I briefly tried Wings like a year ago. Yeah. I haven't played Official in it. God, it probably would have been like 2006 or 2007. I'm hesitant to see how much it changed. Wanted to play Horizon. Horizon's real good. I've still got a character on there. If you ever start off, let me know and I can like throw you just like a bunch of money, because honestly the biggest thing on Horizon is starting from scratch. It's really surprising how hard it is to get money in that game. I don't know why, but it's just like, I remember going for a long time just being like, I need 1,000 gil. That seems like so much. But I've got like a Fisher on there. If you ever start anything on there, let me know and I can just send you like a bunch of crap or something. I actually need to dust that damn character off. The scraps and crystals. Yeah, the crystal economy is garbage. Okay, so let me see, folks. Oh, folks, as a heads up, I did the intelligent thing of accepting an OBS major update just before stream. So I've got that going for me. So I think everything's okay. But if you see something unusual, just let me know. But so far, I think it's okay. The last major update really broke a bunch of stuff, but I think we're okay, you know? Oh yeah. If y'all got room, absolutely let me know. I've been looking for an excuse to get back into the game, frankly. It scratches a weird itch that nothing else really does. I don't know. They broke the mold, I'm afraid. So yeah, if there's anything weird, let me know, but I think everything is behaving. I probably should have opened the stream with that. My favorite strong bad email? Oh god. I don't know. I'm trying to think. I mean, the first one that came to mind was Teen Girl Squad, just because that was the one that had arrowed, right? That's the main one I remember at the moment. I'm trying to think of others. Oh, Six, thank you for the time.
6_ just subscribed for 1 month.
Welcome in. You passed the vibe check. My joints hurt. Is that the vibe check? I'm trying to think of any others. When did they stop doing strong bads, actually? I know there was Homestar Runner Gather Dust for a long time. Hang on. Ow. Thank you for the update. Thank you for the follow, not the update. They didn't. Oh, really? Still? Like, regularly? Oh? I knew they did hiatuses, but... Hold on. Okay, well, I have something to look at in my free time, I guess. Huh. Around 2009-ish, they took a big hiatus. A parenting one? Strong bad's not the parent, right? I don't think that sounds like a good idea. Or maybe it is a good idea. I don't know anymore. I'll give it a look. Thanks for letting me know, actually. Homestar Runner guy was a rider on Gravity. Really? Oh. Man, Gravity Falls is really on that list of things I really got to give a look. I know it ended abruptly. Did they actually close out Gravity Falls properly? I know it ended. It was cut short, but yeah, I know, Ed. It's on a growing list. Everything I've heard is it's really good. There's some series I feel like some folks mellowed on over time. Ow. Thank you for the follow, by the way. There's some series I know that people mellowed on. I feel like maybe I've misheard, but I feel like Steven Universe mellowed on some people. I don't know. But it felt like a lot of people were head over heels with that. And I never made much headway into it. They did. The ending, I think the ending was okay. Ooh. Scratching Clawing Debris start running back into vogue. It's kind of like it's kind of a secret handshake though, right? Barely know anything about Steven Universe other than I share a birthday with him. Well, congrats. He's got a gemstone for a belly button. I'm running out of things. I do know that, okay, as a geoscience-minded person, if I had to make a quibble, if I had a qualm, another Q word, a quandary? I'm trying to stick with the Qs. If I could bitch about anything with Steven Universe, it'd be that it absolutely destroyed rock and mineral searches on Google image search for quite a while. This is an extremely me problem. I need to impress upon you because I went into the geosciences because I like gemstones. And sometimes I want to look up a mineral for something. I've got my reasons. And it'd always be, here's a bunch of OCs. Peridot? Ruined. You want to see a picture of Peridot on the internet? You're going to have to go through a few pages, buddy. Thought the ending of Gravity Falls was good. Ooh. At least it got an ending, right? I know there's some that really got cut short. I know there's one called, I think it was Infinity Train? Wasn't that the name? There was one that folks were pretty pleased with, and it got cut short, like a super abruptly. And I know because of the digital distribution, some of them didn't really have physical releases, and now they're effectively, you know, you have to find them using your own means, I guess you have to say. It's good it got an ending, at least. At least it didn't, remember Reboot? Oh, yeah. I definitely remember Reboot. Hope someone somewhere down the line is able to revive it. Down the line, like the train line? Finger guns? Huh? Them's the yokes. Yeah, OKKO's another one. OKKO and Owl House. Ow. Thank you for the follow, by the way. OKKO. I remember OKKO had a lot of video game references, as possibly evidenced by the title. Animation nerds flexing. What was Owl House? I mean, I know this is, gosh, what was, there's still, I still need to see, was it Down the Garden Wall? Over the Garden Wall. That is one that's like an all-timer that I really need to watch. And that one's absolutely got dust on it by this point. Autistic teenager goes to hell, thrives there. Oh, huh. That's actually a pretty good elevator pitch. Amphibia. That's a new one to me, actually. Over the Garden Wall is perfect for the fall season. Tarks, I was trying to remember. I think I actually caught the first video or episode of it. I've mostly forgotten it, of course. But I remember it was Elijah Wood as the main character, I think. And I remember being blown away because it reminded me, the closest analog I had at the time, because Western animation hadn't quite gotten to that level, was I was thinking the atmosphere and vibes were approaching Ghibli for me. I'm not sure if that's super duper accurate now, but it was very high quality. Only like 2 hours total. I remember it was a mini-series. Okay, so it is that short. Okay. I wasn't sure if it like stretched out into something larger or not. I don't know. Oh. Okay. Well, no, let me make a note here. Good comparison in terms of themes. Yeah, It's just because that was a period where Western animation, it didn't have anything that I was aware of that was approaching what Ghibli would impress. And that was also kind of when I was really into my Ghibli kick, I think. It has more of a Dust Bowl Depression era aesthetic. Oh, wow. Interesting. Okay, I need to watch that sooner rather than later. I was actually thinking earlier, I need to find things to watch when I'm doing my rowing and stuff, and I was like, okay, I should absolutely knock this out. Let me see. Air garden wall. Grav. Balls. Owl. House. Ew. Okay. KO. In some way. Maybe. Strong bad. I don't know if that one will work out very well on an iPad playing by itself, though. Regrettable. Windsor McKay. I'm not familiar with that one. Hang on. Let me Google this. Am I going to show my own ass with how out of touch I am with things here? Windsor McKay, artist. Oh, old animation, eh? Rolling sets to potatoes and molasses song. Hey, combo. No, it's just like, it's just erging, or rather, indoor rowing stuff. It's kind of my mental meditation. I still do my lifting stuff, but lifting, I've got to have music going for that stuff. Little Nemo in Slumberland. Oh, okay, gotcha. I was looking at the age, and, you know, born 1869, died 1934, and I was sitting there thinking, what could he been tied into? But that would have absolutely, okay, yeah. Interesting. Whew. Yeah, I'll definitely give that a look. Catch up on my viewing homework, you know. Okay. So, let's see. Mention OBS, yeah. Yeah, okay, got this, yeah. Okay, so this is something I kind of briefly mentioned to Dinby, and I'm kind of torn. Okay, so for most of December, I'm going to be taking vacation from work. And a lot of that is going to be focused on my job change related shenanigans. But also, it's not going to be tying up. It's most of my focus is going to be on that. But also, I'd like to work another day of stream stuff. So I was probably going to go back to doing Thursdays as well. Not go back, but I mean, you know, bring that back into the fold. Because we used to do 4 days a week. And then, you know, the remote work stuff got chopped off. Job change? Yeah, that's right. So let me see. Is this, yes. I actually should have tested something before stream. Well, time to see if the doodling, if whiteboard is working. Ooh, Rolfizz, welcome back for 14.
Rolfizz just subscribed for 14 months.
Ooh.
Geope game over. Who did this?
Hey!
Geope scramble.
Rude. Mods, strike them down. Also, good time zone, Fizz. How you doing? Okay, so where is a windowed projector? Okay, is this gonna... No! Is it still... Oh, it is working! Woo! Perfect. So... As part of my shitty company change, they aren't allowing us to squirrel away hours. So... it's getting to the end of the year, and it's like, you know, I have travel plans for like MagFest stuff, and it's like, okay, well, I can only carry over 5 days technically. So I was like, okay, well, what can I do schedule-wise? So I believe, let me see, how should I mark this off? Probably mark this off with respect to like days where I actually have to work in the damn office, and everything else is basically going to be totally open, I'm thinking. So, what I'm planning, something kind of like this, where these are the only days I'm in the office. Otherwise, I'm basically free to do whatever. So I was thinking probably, we'd have the usual plan of just Sundays, Tuesdays, Saturdays, and I was thinking Thursdays we could do something. Now, I'm kind of torn. Something work you to the bone? That's right. You ever see the bones of a rock? It's very, very, very rattling stuff, you know? A big wheel down at the pun factory? That's right, that's right. The rock office needs me. It'll crumble to the ground, let me tell you. Very, very dry. No puns or anything. It's disgusting. So, also, I should just go ahead and... Let's see here. So, also, just because I will have to be visiting parentals, so to speak. These days are probably off as well. Man. So, other than these, I'm pretty much wide open, so I was thinking Thursdays probably. Now, as far as what to do on Thursdays, something I floated to Denby briefly, because, Funk mentioned earlier media night stuff, and it's like, media night stuff I'm kind of picky about, because it needs to be something that the gerbil in my brain needs to start running on its hamster wheel. No, the hamster in my brain. But anyway, some things click, some things don't, and it's like I sometimes have a habit of vetting stuff for quite a while, and it makes me go, I'm out of ideas. But something I kind of want to do was, there's a lot of royalty-free and also just generally free shitty movies on YouTube, and I was thinking we might actually dip our toes into that, put together a list of stuff. Denby, would you be okay with like popping on for one or some of those? Absolutely, I'd absolutely be plugging your Discord the whole time for your movie night stuff. But if you wanted to, yeah, I mean, it's like, I know there's Discord watch stuff, and there's Prime viewing stuff, but it's like, I feel like those are barriers, you know? And it's kind of like, I would rather have something that we could just have going in here, because it's like 2 separate streamers I've seen this week, they were watching like stuff that's, you know, just on YouTube, like full-length movies they were interested in. Like somebody's watching a Marlon Brando movie, which is kind of not really my thing, but they were watching that. Somebody else watched this very bad movie called Velocipaster, and I was just like, fuck, I kind of want to watch these. And I was just like, long as schedule lines up, yeah, we figure it out. You know, no obligations, of course, or anything. But yeah, we'll just kind of maybe root around for some ideas. See what works. I'd like to try that. I do have like the possibility of sponsored stream stuff. I'm not really planning on that at the moment, you know, though. But if it happens, it happens, and probably be on a Thursday or Friday. But otherwise, I'd really like to watch stuff. This would probably be like maybe a later stream, you know? Not super late, but like something probably just after the sun's gone down North American times. We'll leave it at that, you know? Neil Breen movies on Archive. That's the thing, Carbon, is archive.org is kind of... I feel like that'd be sketchy, you know? I don't really know if that is legit. Twitch is... Okay, I'm gonna blow your minds here. Twitch is very unclear about some rules. And the general notion is... if it's on YouTube, it's fair game. And that's kind of the way they've proceeded. I mean, technically, they could strike down anyone who's doing anything on YouTube if they wanted to. That seems to be what they're going with. And that's just what most people crib off of. I've seen some people use, like, some streaming sites that are free, like Hulu and stuff, and it's just like, no. That still strikes me as a gray area. But YouTube, you're pretty safe. And some people will put stuff on there that's totally legal to watch, and we could dip our toes into that. Just keep your shoes and socks on, please. I don't want to get away with too much foot stuff, please. There's enough of that in the VTubing sphere. Breen is protective of his stuff. Yeah. That's what I was thinking. It was on Archive I saw, and somebody said, "Oh, Neil Breen put him up," and I pulled it up and I squinted at the profile, and I'm like, I don't think this is Neil Breen's account. Pretty sure this isn't Neil Breen. Vetting and discretion, absolutely. It's just, if it's YouTube and it's been up for anything longer than like a couple weeks, we're safe, you know? Because if it's a bleeding edge pirated thing, you know, it'll get ripped down pretty fast, I imagine. Definitely Neil Breen. real Breen. 6'9". Or the coveted triple X Breen, triple X. You have to mix and match the upper lowercase, of course. But we'll figure that out. I'd really like to try that, though. It may be a temporary thing, but maybe we'll stick with it in the longer term. Because there are times where it's like, there's not really a need to do more streams than what I do already, but also it just feels kind of like I'll go through 3 streams and it's like the gap between Tuesday and Saturday always feels really long to me. And sometimes on Thursday nights, I'm killing time. So, maybe we can give that a go, you know? Mishmash of random cable access clips and other stuff. Used to have the entire series on DVD. Vimeo. Oh man, Vimeo's still around. Hell yeah. Kefka, could you dunk that into like the Discord maybe? I'll probably lose track of it otherwise, sorry. You don't have to if you don't want to though. A surreal media field trip. Ooh, I think you're speaking Denby's language. Appreciate it. Yeah, we could give that a go. I really, really want to do that. And I feel I felt like as much as I loved Urbex, and I do want to do Urbex, I felt kind of bad just pulling up, you know, random Urbex stuff and finding that somebody was a bit of a stinker or something. Which we can dip back into Urbex eventually, but I feel like, you know, we'll let it rest a bit, right? Wonder if Dare to Believe is available. Dare to Believe. I'm not familiar with that one. Hang on. Let me... Well, I'm already using this right here. Dare to Believe. Dare to Believe Ministries. Dare to Believe Seventh Day Advent. Oh. Interesting. Is this a very different Dare to Believe, or is this the same? We might be nothing to do with religion. Okay, we're on a totally different track then, I think. Okay. Because I was squinting at that and I was like, I wonder. Oh. Okay. Oh, there it is. Thank you, Kefka. Appreciate it. Sketch show on TV. Program was shown early hours of the mornings. Ran 2 series, 02 and 04. Huh. So just sketch comedy stuff? Surreal is the descriptor that makes me go, I'll try to bear that in mind then. Okay. Let's see. So, 1 second, I'm pulling up my notes. Yeah, I have some notes. Keep me loosely on task, you know? Okay. So, got that. Yeah. I think I already talked about that. Yeah, the work stuff. Yeah, vacation. I'll figure something out, but just keep your eyes out. I'd really like to do the Thursday thing at some point. I don't know if we'll do it this month, but maybe. I do have to dip out for Thanksgiving time, but other than that, I'm pretty open. Okay, yeah. So I mentioned the Thursday stuff because there might be a Thursday stream this week. It'd probably be around this time slot on that same day if we have it. I've got, okay, so I got access to 2 games, and coincidentally, they're both Metroidvanias. Now, one of them is paid sponsored, and it looks pretty interesting, but I'm kind of... Okay, y'all remember last time I was mentioning the paid sponsor stuff where they kind of left me out in the wing? I'm still waiting on that, and I checked the Discord, and they're still going through approval, and I'm like, okay. Because at this point I was like, well, maybe I didn't make the cut, and I pull it up, and they said, yep, we're still going through the applications. I'm just like, all right, I'll just keep it in mind maybe, because, you know, It's a paid sponsor, so whatever, goes toward the model stuff. But if I don't hear back from them, did I still have, I did not have that up. Hang on, let me tuck this away just in case Google does weird stuff. Because the other, whoops, did I get the name right? Slightly off. The other, I do have a key for. So it is a sponsor, not paid one, but it looked really, really cool, and I want to give it a look. And it is specifically, oh, hang on, my dry erase board, where are you? Hey, it's The Last Faith, and it's very much in line with it makes me feel kind of like what I felt about Blasphemous, which I never got around to, because it looks absolutely gorgeous. Like, just look at the sprite work here. Oh my god. And the animation is absolutely insane. And, well, I mean, slightly inspired by Castlevania. Maybe. But, yeah, I've got the key to this. Embargo's up right now, so I couldn't do anything right now, even if I wanted to. But I was thinking maybe streaming this tomorrow? Because I really want to try it out. And they kind of didn't really have an obligation from how they sent the keys out, but I do want to give it a go if I can. As far as animation, let me show y'all real fast. I'll keep it muted. This isn't Castlevania, is it? No, not Castlevania.
The path you have taken has led to this moment, this honor.
Let me see. Whoops.
Welcome
That's way too
home,
big.
Eric.
Very big on finisher stuff. Yeah. That is absolutely gorgeous.
They are seekers of death. Merciless and cruel creatures. Feeding on what consumes them in turn.
Yeah. The frames of animation are really, really damn impressive. I mean, it's just like this part right here. Just when this enemy here uses like this okay, this boss right here is going to use like this red lightning thing. Just watch the lighting that they did for the sprite work as it's going off. Just how little things like that all over the place that are so subtle, but oh my god. Man. Yeah, the backgrounds, too. I never did get around to playing Blasphemous, and that and its sequel are out. This game is incredibly gore-filled. Oh, yeah, oh, yeah. Well, it's leaning into the gore gunch sort of stuff. I mean, it even had, like, finisher stuff. Let me unmute the music. Where it, you know, kind of head-stomped an enemy. I don't know if the finishers are going to have some sort of a weird tie-in like Doom or anything. Not distastefully, but very present. Oh yeah, extremely, extremely. I do love me some Gunch, you know? Gunch core is very nice. But yeah, if I don't hear back from this other sponsored thing, I think I'd like to give this a go. The other one, I'd have to look up the name. But it's another one that looks fairly interesting. It's just that this one I've had my eye out for a good while. Oh boy. I missed the part where it pulled out the enemy's spine and then stomped the head. Jeez. Yeah. A little gory. Just moderately. Nothing too crazy. Okay. So, yeah, I'll update y'all on the Discord, yeah. And yeah, otherwise, what's the name of this one? This is The Last Faith. Don't show another streamer. Actually, how's that guy playing this? He's probably a big streamer. They have like an embargo up right now, and it's effectively like, you can't stream anything. But yeah, Last Faith, it's on here. Don't know the price. Probably going to be like 20, maybe 30, I'm guessing. I don't know. But I am extremely big. It says watch the publisher, so I guess that's how. Oh, did I miss the big text? I did. Oh, well. Reading is one of my strong suits. Playing extended demo. Yeah. Okay. So, let me see. There was one thing I was going to do to kill a little bit of time and let folks ease in. It's something that I've not done it here in a long time. It's going to be $59.99. I don't think it's going to be like that. It's probably going to be a 20 or 30, honestly. Publisher is one of Marvel's less popular vigilantes. I was trying to think of what this dude's design reminded me of on the box art. Okay. I'm sorry, the devs are not going to be in here, but can we talk about something on this? Remember popped collars? Is that his mouth or is it popped collars? What am I looking at? I mean, I might be misinterpreting this with my eyes, but it looks like he's got a buttoned up shirt with a collar and it's stuffed up just below his nose. The four collar. Oh my god. Buy a scarf. Maybe they don't have scarves. Maybe this is a very inhospitable environment, right? G-Force, I'm not going to update you. Don't beep at me. Get off my dashboard. That's totally what it is. I just had to bring that up, you know? Something about it. I was like, So let me tighten this up a little bit. Transform. Center. Center. Horizontal. There we go. They made it a different color from the rest of the shirt. We could say it was a scarf. So, let's see. The only other thing, really, I was going to do this because this may be a bit of a thing that some people do quite a lot of on stream, but I realized I haven't done any Guess the Game in forever and ever and ever and ever and ever. I've actually only done it like on one stream, and I was kind of feeling the itch, you know? We do have Spinny Stick, the game, and I've got that to go into, but I was like, you know what, maybe give this a look, just to kill a little bit of time, you know? That's the Liza P art, but with a metal head said we have Timothy Chalamet at home. They wanted to get some of the twink market, as it's called, but they also wanted to get some of the gruff anti-hero vibe as well. So, let's see here. Let me get the cropping proper. There's a lot of blank space on these. I may have an idea. I recognize something here. I just need to see how big I want this to be. Could be anything you say, but look at that green. Look at that green. That is an aggressive green filter. Let me see. I'm going to say Fallout 3. Oh, shit! Hell yeah. I mean, look at the green, y'all. It just, I feel like, okay, there's also like the overpass or whatever in the background that's all broken up. Never played it. Yeah, it's, that's red though. Honk. Yeah, sure, I was gonna pull up the other pictures. Yeah, like there's an overpass, but there's also, you could see the reticule right here. A bit of gun. Metacritic, 93, yeah. Yeah, for the okay, so for the folks who've never played this, in Fallout 3, also New Vegas, but a different color, they have this color-corrected filter overlaid on everything, and it looks like you're viewing the world through a slightly green-tinted lens. In New Vegas, it's more of an orange or a yellow sort of thing. It's like Fallout New Vegas is, you know what they do in American cinema whenever they show something that's in Mexico, how for some reason they always pitch the colors down to make it brown or orange? That's kind of what they do in New Vegas, you know? Were there other 2006 eras that lean into the green like this? Because it's desert, because it's so hot. I see. Those extra degrees, they really make everything look a little red. Oh, there's this damn game right here. Yeah, and yeah, this is Super Mutant, yeah. And then, oh man, that potato face. My God. And then, do you get it? Do you get it? Bethesda? Let me see. Is there a back button on here? Or do I just have to open it up in a new tab? NPC. They look so bad. And it's like, okay. They look like potatoes in Oblivion, but I will say that to Oblivion's credit, it is the funniest game ever made. Unintentionally. But it's not quite as... It's not nearly as... Fallout 3 is not nearly as funny. Nowhere at all. Let me... Yeah, I've just got to do it in separate tabs then. Okay. I'm not going to go back too terribly far, I don't think. Oh, I do have to do this, eh? Oh, wait, there is the button. I just missed it. Oh, boy. Huh. Curious. You know, this is probably not it, but maybe Balin? No. Oh. Ooh? What the shit? What language is that? Huh? 80% Metacritic. What? Oh. Oh, that is a Pokemon. But... Okay, wait. So I guess, okay, I remember, I never played this, but I know this is probably the arena, or like one of the big... There's like a raid boss thing? So... There was the one in Spain, but it's the one before Spain. That was Sword Shield, right? Horrifically British. So Pokemon Sword. Are you gonna ding me and say no, it's Shield? Okay, it would have taken both. Okay. Yeah, it's like right here I could see the design, but as soon as I saw this, I was like, oh, that's Pokemon. Absolutely. I actually don't know how this was supposed to help more than the last one, actually. There's the Corgi one. Yep, and there's outright Pokemon. Okay. Wasn't there a... There is a back button. Okay, it's just way down. Huh. I've got no idea, actually. That's super crunchy. Okay, next. And, Metacritic not rated. Oh man, is this an Armored Core? I don't remember Armored Cores ever showing counters. It just, I look at this and I was thinking of something like, you know, inside your AC in the top left, how they'd have like a UI. I was thinking maybe this is part of it, but Enemies 3? Sure, Shot in the Dark. There we go. Calypso. So it's PlayStation. I have no idea what Calypso would have been. Oh. Twisted Metal? Twisted Metal? It's one of them! It's one of them. Woo. Yeah, that's Sweet Tooth right there. Like, if you've touched the franchise at all, it's like, oh, I know that guy. He's the spooky clown. Mm-hmm. Okay. Hmm. No idea. 70. Oh. Oh, is this it's a card game. It's not Hearthstone, right? I haven't played Hearthstone, but I've seen streams of it. This isn't what the cards look like though, right? No. Oh. Eternal? That's a card game, right? Oh god, there's several! Oh god, there's so many! What is this creature? It feels like... God, it's a weird amalgam of things. It's like they took Sully from Monsters, Inc. and slapped on a bunch of weird shit. I don't know. Okay. DreamWorks. They aren't doing the single eyebrow arch. They aren't doing the rock expression, right? No idea. This isn't helping. 2018. It could be Eternal. But the list is so massive. Eternal's the only one I know of because I remember there were a bunch of folks in my friend groups who were playing it a lot, but I don't think it's that. Yeah, I'm totally out of ideas. Valve. That isn't Valve Valve owns Dota, right? Is this a Dota card game? I have no idea what it's called if it is a Dota card game. It's the bad Dota card game. What's the name? Artifact. I've never heard of that. I've genuinely never heard of it. Died almost immediately. Risk of monetization. Why is it in here? Was this sponsored? What on earth? Huh. Okay. I've never played them, but I'm looking at this and I'm just thinking of like Tony Hawk's Skate because my brain thinks that's probably something you'd want to go up. Or GTA. 96. Okay, we're probably looking at a GTA. Maybe 5? Maybe 5? Oh. Okay. Yeah, I was not sure which one it'd be, but I saw the graphics and I was like, well, this is probably going to be 5 or 4 if it's any of them, right? Yeah. Los Santos. Why is my phone buzzing? Oh. Hang on a second. Just need to... I'll call the parent after stream. It may just be killing time due to a long drive. Oh? Mm-hmm. Okay. Oh, what the... I never did anything with GTA multiplayer, but I can appreciate out of context stuff like this. It's one of those things I can appreciate highlights in GIF or maybe YouTube form to be like, oh, that's cool. That never happened to me. Is that Galaga? Hey! I had a funny feeling. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Hey. Got him. What else do we have? I'm not a total fake gamer. Okay, I may be a fake gamer. What the hell? Hey, Thomas, how you doing? Or Jenkins. I'm not sure which to... I should probably know by now. Do you prefer to go by Jenkins? Let me see here. Mountains. Well, there was a Far Cry that was Mountains, right? Now there's my real name? I hope it's not. Because if it is, I'm actually talking to a ghost. My condolences. Also, happy Tuesday to you. Halo? I never played... I played the first Halo with my brother, and I totally memory hold it. It could be... Well, it could also be the second Tomb Raider game. Let me see. So, was it Shadow of the Tomb Raider or Fall of the Tomb Raider? Okay, it's not Tomb Raider. 82. Oh, there's a dude in the distance. Concerning. Did Destiny ever really do mountains? Huh. Ooh. PC, Xbox One. It's not a Mass Effect. I'd be surprised if it was. I've played part of 3, but I've played all of 1 and 2. Okay, maybe Halo. Not Halo 1, though. 3? Sure. No. Not 3. Gears of War never got to mountain set pieces like that. At least not 1 through 3. It has a Metacritic of 80. So it's actually probably not a Halo, right? Because Halos are kind of like darling games. Don't they usually sail way past 80%? Okay, 4 is not very Halo. Okay. This is a newer Gears then. Like this isn't this a Gears proportion? I feel like this is probably a newer Gears game. That's a Gears body? Yeah. Okay, they've made so many of them. Would it be 5? It feels like after 3 they slammed on the gas. 5. Cool. Okay. Isn't it funny how really roided up everybody is in Gears? It's like they... The thing I always thought was funny in Gears, it looks like everybody is just like getting extra HGH or something like that. You know what I mean? Because everybody just looks so impossibly thick. Like, Jesus, what are you putting in the rations? It's not even called Gears of War anymore, just Gears. Yeah. I played 1 through 3, and I later saw that 4 and 5 were on Game Pass. I remember booting up 5. No, I booted up 4 and felt nothing. And I heard 5 was open world-y, but I didn't even bother because I was just like, The enemy. Maybe I am divisive here. Did anybody here really enjoy the gunplay in Gears? I always felt like everything was too damage spongy. Like if you weren't hitting the head, it almost felt like you were wasting your time. Never played it. I played number 1 a couple times through because that hit me when I was looking for something good to play, and that was just there. But I played 2. I replayed 1 and 2 and 3 with my brother on co-op whenever we'd visit the parents, and those were actually pretty decent to play together. Everyone's damage spongy, but I guess that's what the chainsaws are for. Yeah. The what do they call it? The gun saw or the saw gun? I can't remember what the heck the de facto Gears weapon is. But it was very much like you'd get limited ammo, but it always felt like you didn't want to get rid of that because it was too good of an option, right? Gears Tactics looked kind of rad. I tried it out. It didn't click for me, but it seemed like the Lancer, that's what it was. Thank you, Pyro. Also, good time zone. What was the last one? Oh, this is the last one. The Bouncer. This a Spider-Man game? Maybe? Oh! I've not played this game, but I've seen pictures. I think I know what it is. I've got a funny feeling. Wow. So, I saw this, and I was thinking maybe a GTA-ish thing, but it's too bright. And I saw this, and I was thinking bright colors. I remember Sunset Overdrive's big thing was, okay, I would not have gotten it from this. I've never seen a single enemy from Sunset Overdrive. So if I want another picture, this would have thrown me off. Because I'm just like, the fuck is this? The Fanta monster? I vaguely remember how the character looks on the box art. I thought it was a cel-shaded game. It's not? Huh. I could have swore it was cel-shaded. Yeah, it's part of the plot. No. Kind of been being tech demo. Yeah. Sunset Overdrive was... It was early Xbox One, wasn't it? Wasn't the plot something like The Stuff? The Stuff. How do you mean, Ed? I'm not sure I follow. People got addicted to Fanta and turned into monsters? I mean, okay. There was a game for the PS2 called Headhunter. I think it was called Headhunter. And actually, Ed, that was actually a plot point in that. It wasn't they turned to monsters. There was like a... it was an early PS2 game. Same dev as Headhunter? Or did I misunderstand? Because, I mean, Headhunter had this thing where there was like a big corporation that was behind everything, and they had a beverage that you'd always see ads for. And it turned out that had something like that did something like some brainwashing or something. But it was effectively like you'd always see ads like they were promoting their soft drink to places where they were lacking in like water and stuff. Maybe it was like bottled water or something. But they were effectively spiking it and just slowly poisoning people with whatever it was doing. Xbox One always makes me think disastrous unveiling Xbox Go Home. Yeah, that was right. That was, man, it's interesting how things change. Because I remember around then, there was the big blowback they got because they wanted, everything was going to be digital only, they were saying. Which is, understandably not ideal. Then PS4 came out, like, they announced their stuff not long after, and they totally slam dunked on that, and everybody gave Sony attaboys for that. And nowadays, it really feels like even Sony's kind of like, digital drive, do you really want that? They're going to be consigned to the spider mines. Those games have been pretty successful. The used game fight, yeah, that's the one. Was it really the day after? I knew it was pretty close either way. Oh, this is the other direction. I don't know how long I'm going to do these, but it's just as long as it's kind of snagging me. Oh? What is that? What is that? Is that a person? Is that a person? Huh? Diablo? I mean, I'm just saying this because some folks in chat say it. Sure, Diablo 3. Oh, I never would have gotten it from that. I do want to play spinny sticks. It's just that if there's a conversational flow, I will carry it along a little bit. Didn't play 3, but it's looking very much like 2. I was looking at this and I was just like, what is this? And people said Diablo, and I was like, that is a body. Huh. I mean, I said Diablo 3 because I saw people in chat say it, to be fair. I would not have gotten it from this. Okay, I would have gotten it here. I would have definitely gotten it here. Because this is kind of very distinctive. Have to go to bed in like hour and a half. I'll be playing it within an hour and a half. Don't worry, Orforio. I don't see myself doing this for an hour and a half. Like, this is... I'd probably be playing this for maybe, like, a half hour tops, right? Because it overstays its welcome. Even though most of these are, like, very... even though I haven't done, like 99% of these. It's usually something, some people do these daily to open up the streams. I'd like to dip in on occasion. Honestly, okay, there is one that I've seen some people do. I think it started with Northern Lion, and I know that Mint started doing it. I'd like to do Tradle at some point. I'm really intrigued by that. For folks who don't know what Tradle is, they effectively will have a picture, or rather a diagram, displaying what the major exports of a country are. And they'll be categorized like maybe copper, flavored water, automobiles, iron ore, and it'll be in this big things down and just being like, oh, this is weird. Which could it be? Could it be in this general vicinity? You find out, no, I got the totally wrong continent. You'd be like, why is that? Little things. Love to try. It'd suck. But luckily, if I try it, I'll just embarrass myself. We talking GeoGuessr? It's different from GeoGuessr. It's the same idea as GeoGuessr. It's just that it is, rather than a random screenshot, it is just, you know, what they export, which honestly, I wouldn't be against playing GeoGuessr at some point, right? Better know your supply chains. Exactly. There's also a lot of fun stuff. Like if you see like a lot of stuff about like automobiles, you'd be like, oh, could this be Japan? Could it be Germany? And if you see like iron ore, you could say, well, if it's cars and iron ore, it's probably not Japan, right? Because that gets in the whole thing of like, you know, Japanese steel and why the Japanese carpentry is so accomplished and developed, because they had to work around lack of good iron, you know? Yeah, no iron, exactly. Little stuff like that, because sometimes if I get totally smacked with a 2x4 on that, it's kind of like, well, why is this the case? I saw somebody play it the other day. It actually, where was it? Was it the Marshall Islands? No. It was some relatively small location, and like 5% of their export was flavored water, which was just like, what? It's not really something you think about, you know? Copper probably comes from South America. Little things like that, yeah. Actually, I didn't go through the rest of the pictures. Yeah, Mighty Blow, yeah. Yeah, hands down, yeah. So, okay. I was in a stream briefly yesterday. I know the answer to this one, but I should say I remembered it because I know this immediately. This is Ultima Online. So this is a cheating one because I already knew the answer, but trust me when I say I knew this instantaneously. Because if you ever played UO and you did much playing at all, you saw this. Like, if you ever went to Trenzik, which is one of the starting towns, the whole town is paved with this stuff. Hey, Faye, it's a me. How you doing today, by the way? But the others, so this is Okuto Watcher? Answer's cheating. So the other thing is here, if you 59 on Metacritic? Go fuck yourself. How dare you? 59% for Ultima Online? What were they reviewing? They killed Lord British like the first day. They kill him pretty early. Metacritic must have dredged up some reviews from a recent expansion or something. Because that's nonsense. So like this right here, this looks like it's after they implemented 3D graphics, which look like shit. The font here, super recognizable. Yeah, Draco's that's what I'm thinking they probably got some aggregated review from like an expansion. A honey cake. Ooh. Is that like a Russian honey cake? I know there's a Russian honey cake, but it's usually like it involves like layers, almost like a bunch of crepes. Might be a totally different recipe, but I'm just wondering if that's somehow has some roots, or if it's just a basic cake with a lot less work. I'm doing great otherwise, though. A 40 review. Neither the undoubted future, God forbid. There's one game that might become a classic, but it isn't one now despite New York Times. I misunderstood. A 40. They gave it a 40? Good God. Huh. MMO aspect killed the score. Yeah. I mean, the funny thing with this right here, this is 3D graphics. Okay, this is more original. There's some 3D, it looks like. No. This is still 2D. These are just assets that look like crap. So with UO, okay, UO had this 2D isometric presentation, and this is a little loud, I think. It had this 2D isometric presentation, right? And at some point, they were trying to do UO2, and that was pushed by Richard Garriott. He got ousted from... They were EA by that point, I believe. Not Origin, they were EA. Richard Garriott got kicked out, and then they effectively took everything that was in the presentation for Ultima Online 2 and took those assets and rolled them into Ultima Online. So they put out an expansion that was basically, hey, you know those 2D models? We now have really shitty 3D models of them. And everything was absolutely ripped straight out of all the videos and stuff you'd see from UO2. Yeah, this is newer content. I have no idea what this is. It's like a fucked up Moongate? I don't know. Firing the creator, that usually goes well. Yeah, I mean, Richard Garriott didn't really land on his feet very well anyway. I mean, he went off and did Tabula Rasa, which I think that imploded pretty fast, right? Something in a desert, I don't know. And then picking up arrows. Oh, skill ups, okay, yeah. Not the best pictures. Tabula Rasa was fun, but got screwed over by NCSoft. Oh, didn't NCSoft do... NCSoft, weren't they the ones who did, like, City of Heroes and stuff like that? Didn't he go to space? His father was an astronaut. I don't know if he went to space. But that was part of his, I know his father was an astronaut. That's about it. I don't know if he ever did anything space-wise. I know he's got a castle in Austin. Everspace 2? Let me see. NCSoft was City Heroes, Villains People. He did go to space? Oh. Huh. Oh. This is Frostpunk, isn't it? Another game that I've seen bits and pieces of Yeah. I've seen streams of this. It's not my kind of game, but I remember seeing bits and pieces of a streamer playing it around release. I don't know why I remember it. It's probably because of how distinctive it is. Frostpunk is interesting. I do not know... This is just a cold area at night, I think? Huh. Recipe like DM? Yeah, sure, I may reach out to you for that. They just announced a sequel? Yeah, I knew there was a sequel. I didn't know how far along it was. Didn't they announce it a while ago? Huh. But yeah, this is like an overhead map. This is... they've upgraded their furnace a lot. It is an interesting game. Like, you'll hit plot beats where you have to make, like, decisions for, like, effectively you're given... There are a number of points where you're given two decisions, and one of them is a burden, and the other is not a burden, or not as much of a burden, but it does bad things. Like, one of them is like, somebody comes and says to you, hey, we should introduce child labor. And it's like, oh, well, if you do that, then you aren't going to have these units that are sitting around doing nothing. These darn children are going to get to work. And the other is like, well, morale's going to go down because you're forcing children to work. Yeah, cannibalism. There's another one that's like, add sawdust to the food. It's like one of them is like entirely forcing them to have entirely gruel, I think. Like all liquid food, I think it is. And another one is adding sawdust as a thickener. And it's effectively stuff you can do to water down your food supply. But, 1920s sawdusting? Yeah. Let me see. What else we got? Yeah. Yeah, sure. Okay. Game devs before this was This War Mine. Oh, they were the same devs. That's right. Oh, I mean, they've got a vibe. They stick with it. I don't know. If I had to make a guess, I can't think of the name, but maybe there was a game by the guy who did Keita Takahashi, who did Katamari. They did a game. This probably isn't it, but that's the first thing that came to mind, but I can't remember the name. Okay, it's definitely not that then. I got no idea. Huh. Nintendo Switch. Oh. Sport? Exercise? Exhausting? I mean, this kind of does it, but also the genre is... I appreciate the humor. Push in. You should feel it in your stomach. Yeah. I like the idea of Ring Fit. I'd never play it, though, honestly. Oh, that was the last one? Yeah, sure. Ring Fit speedruns are still wild. Oh. Maybe? Another one I haven't played. Maybe? No, not the End World. No, not the world ends with you, not the world maybe. Is it? It's not Neo, right? Why is it called Neo? Oh, it's a remake or something. Oh shit, I wasn't expecting that. So I saw this and I was thinking modern day, probably GBA or DS, and then I saw these sprites and I was like, oof. Maybe? Yeah, I wouldn't have known anything. This wouldn't have told me anything else. Metacritic 88. Maybe. This might have done it. Okay. DS, yeah. I played... Do people call it... How do people say it? Do they say Twooey? Have y'all ever said it out loud? Or do they just say the world ends with you? Dio naming his stand the world, maybe? No. I appreciate the no. With no, I wasn't sure which question that was tied to, but I appreciate no. Twooey. Tooey? Twooey. Twooey, I see. Have you gotten... It's twee. Are y'all saying it out loud to yourselves? Because it's not hitting right for me. Twooey is the sequel. Oh, it's a Thorf situation, I see. Okay, this would have gotten it for sure for me. Yeah. Because like okay. The world ends maybe? No, it's the world maybe is what I had. I played a tiny bit of this on so back in the day there may have been a way to procure DS games. Hypothetically. I won't say much else. But I played it for like 5 minutes, and the touchpad, the whole touchpad mechanic didn't feel good to me. Because I already wasn't enamored with the touchpad, and I remember playing it, and I was like, oh yeah, an RPG on the DS, this will be great. And it was not at all what I expected. And I kind of noped out. I mean, the sequel was supposed to be pretty okay, but I mean, no reason for me to pick that up, I figure, since I didn't play the first. I figure there's like context you lose, right? Give me 1 second, folks. I just need to step away for like 1 minute. Okay, be right back. Sorry about that. Powder in my nose. Bought my mom a 3DS. She loved all the Layton games. Aw. Yeah, 3DS is pretty good. I mean, let me tell you, I am dying for Kid Icarus Uprising to get some sort of a port. Because I loved, from what I played of Kid Icarus Uprising, I loved it, but the way you controlled it, it was murder on my hands. Like, oh my god. It's kind of like the notion of playing a Monster Hunter with the claw. It was kind of a similar thing of like, this is murdering my hands. I cannot play this game. I don't have arthritis, but this game's gonna give it to me, right? Icarus claw grip is infamous. Did it utilize the claw grip as well, or just its own flavor? I can't recall. The claw grip I remember was so... Man, that was so strange. I'm doing it with my hands right now, trying to remember the PSP one. I know there's the... I never tried it, but I know there's the infamous Armored Core one, which was taking a PS2 or PS3 and holding it backwards and upside down. Or was it just backwards, or was it backwards and upside down as well? I think it's just backwards, right? So the face buttons were towards, you know, the opposite direction. Just backwards, yeah. Now, let me see here. Whoop, I got a ping. What's up? Ooh. Oh. Okay. Gotcha. Just a Discord thing. We're just gonna do a couple more, probably. We can get into the game. On Earth? No idea. Oh. Wait, is this from the first level? Oh, I see. Yeah, Power Wash. Absolutely. Man. I've got Power Wash Simulator. Okay. This is actually pretty relevant, you know? Holding a control upside down is actually a common tactic for high-level Tetris. Really? Which is a fact I only know because my girlfriend's obsessed. Upside... for Tetris? I would not have expected that for Tetris of all things. Wow. I mean, I figured the main thing with Tetris was just like visual and mental reaction speed. I didn't know that actual physical would have made that much of a difference. You tap the back of the controller instead of mashing. Huh. Interesting. Huh. I had no idea. So, Power Wash Sim, I put a bunch of time in. This is actually pretty relevant, actually. Something I've noticed is, okay, so when I do longer streams, like the Saturday streams, if I get north of 5 hours, my eyes start to ache a little bit. And something I realized was Power Wash Sim, as many hours I put into it and as much as I've loved it, that game does the same thing to me, but like in 30 minutes or an hour. Like maybe I am focusing way too hard with my eyes, and I actually, for the first time ever, I actually got eye drops, and we'll see how those work. But I'm only bringing that because Power Wash is here, and I was like, oh, that's right. This game makes my eyes start to ache in like record time. Prior to the longer streams, I've never felt my eyes ache quite like that. Your eyeballs. I don't. That's the thing, though. I don't know why it does it. Like maybe I am focusing way harder than I think. But I mean, I just have it. If I need to detangle in my brain, I'll do that. Frankly, it's kind of like that and Path of Exile. Although Path of Exile, I'm on a break from. Christ. About over-the-counter eye drops. Apparently, there's been a recall for a lot of them. I wasn't actually aware of that. I've only got like, there was a cheap $3 set I got the other day just to try out, and I actually got another brand that was relatively cheap. So I've just got 2 that I'm sitting with that I'll have for forever. But let me see, this other one is iVisia. But this is supposed to be pretty good if you, do monitor stuff for a while. Just work 2 to you. Yeah, it's I really enjoy it just to decouple from something, Like if I need to shut my brain off, this absolutely does it. Path of Exile is a game where I play up to the post game. When a new season goes, go deeper in this later, never do. Yeah, same thing here, Hospital. It's every time I come back to the game, I get the urge to look into some YouTube stuff and kind of unpack a League mechanic. But it is extremely, you still feel rudderless. Even if the video is, even if a lot of the overhauls and stuff have just become irrelevant, it still kind of feels like you don't learn anything. And there will be a definitive, watch this and you'll understand crafting. It's like, okay, this guy in this video shows you how to take baby steps. But the game is kind of like, okay, you got to run your first marathon now, asshole. And it's just like connecting the dots in between. Some people say, oh, well, it's just all easy from here. It's like, no. There's series of knots and roadblocks and gaps. And there's no organic trend unless it is something that I feel you had to have been immersed in from the very start and just come back to. Because just coming at it now, it's impossible to climb past. So it's just getting to the post game and maybe doing a bit of Atlas is great, but I still hit a bunch of cases where my resistances will be very high and enemies just still treat me like there will be maps where it is like I am indestructible, and then I'll hit a point to where even basic enemies, to them, I am like a ketchup packet and they're a hammer, if I had to paint a picture. That may be lodged in my head because of a joke from The Simpsons, but hey, you get what I mean, right? But that just happens way too much, and the people in the forums will be like, well, you just need to fix your build or fix your stats. And at that point, it's like, well, I've been using a good build recommendation. They're like, well, just improve your stats. And it gets this whole thing where there's too many stats. And if you're like, well, I think this is fine, you'll replace it with something, you'll find your damage goes to nothing. Faye!
Superhero Fee just gifted 5 subs.
Thank you for the 5. You didn't have to do that. Folks, you hear you caught one from them. Give them a thanks if you can. Thank you, Faye. Very kind of you. PS2 boot sequence. It does make me think of that. I have to use a certain build and don't give me the choice to pick. I really love brain off gameplay in those builds. Some of them are like, oh yeah, you need these 5 buttons you have to cycle between. I'm like, no, not in this game. Toss the FDA link in Discord just in case. Did I miss Stick Game? No, we're going to get to Stick Game momentarily. It's just I was kind of rambling about stuff and I decided to give this a go. Still waiting. Okay, this is the last one. Oh. 86. Probably not Shenmue. It could be a Yakuza? But, maybe Shenmue? No. PS2. Yeah. I don't know from this. Huh. Katamari? 86. Katamari? Who? Nope. Oh, franchise. Yep. Is this I can't keep track of the games beyond the first because of the naming convention. Forever? No. Katamari Damacy 2. Wait, they don't have a 2. We Love Katamari? Or is it Forever? We Love Katamari. There we go. Thank you. This level in particular Okay, okay. Last derail before the game, because like I said, this is the last one I wanted to look at. This was I remember when Hurricane Harvey was here, and it was like before I was doing streaming regularly, Hurricane Harvey was like the last time I streamed, and it was like I did Armored Core, one of the Armored Cores on the PS3, and I also did Katamari Damacy 2, which was this one in particular. We love Katamari. And I remember streaming it, and if y'all know Chirokojo or Red, they were in the chat, and I remember it's something I joked with them about, because some random person came to the chat when I was playing. It was this map, or at least it was an underwater level, and this guy came in who was like a min-maxer on points and stuff, and they were very angrily backseating. So it's just like, it just every now and again, I haven't spoken to Red directly in quite a while, but I just know the couple times we've brushed past each other since then, we just kind of, sometimes we just work around to the Katamari backseating jerk, and it's just such an extreme thing to find. Because they're like, oh, well, this wasn't ideal. You pulled this up and it was worth a lackluster amount of points. Yeah, I've never gotten the chance to speak to Red directly, and I feel like I'm missing out. Because it's like we've always been on really good terms, and I love just talking with them, you know, in passing on like Twitter and stuff like that. Man. Well, move your feet to the beat. Ooh, that was fun. Okay. Well, enough of that video game nonsense. I think it's time we actually video game, y'all. I've never actually played I've never played Spinny Stick game before, but I know what's in store because it was the basis for what No Goblin built Roundabout off of from the gameplay perspective. You like the precursor to Anime Night? Yeah, Denby, I love those streams so much. Like, if I ever come across sometimes Red will have like a side tube where they've got a whole bunch of videos in a lineup, and sometimes just the assortment of stuff is always so interesting. I mean, that's why I went to that was why I picked up Urbex stuff, because I remember there was a video they showed on there a long time ago. Yeah, there's Chivos on the simulator. I'm a scrub. I like number go up. But I remember there was like some Urbex stuff that they were showing on those streams. There was one in particular where they're going through what looked like almost like a cement drainage area in a city. And it's just, I remember there was this very specific mental snapshot. Sorry about hitting the microphone. And I've wanted to find that video, but I never could. 3 Kururins, only one was there were 3? I had no idea. I thought there was just one. Don't min-max playing Katamari. Yeah, Katamari is a have fun game. Red's Let's Watch Old Commercial streams were interesting because of how much of a time capsule old media marketing is. Yeah, like Tall Dad. Oh, the legend of Tall Dad. This guy who's on Family Double Dare who absolutely broke the obstacle course over his knee. He was this guy who's like, I don't have a basis for this, but it would not surprise me if the guy was approaching 7 feet in height. I remember him being incredibly tall and just, you know, all skin and bones, but he absolutely destroyed the obstacle course. Oh, Tall Dad. What a person to look up to, right? Okay. Video gaming for real. Oh, this is the projector screen. I was very confused by what I was doing here. Okay, there it is here. And okay, I think I've got the audio set about to where it should be, so it shouldn't blow out our ears. Shouldn't. All right, that's there, and there we go. A little more. Perfect. So let me do a restart. Reset. Oh, this is just the right very beginning, huh? Oh. So, as mentioned, I've never seen this before. So I don't... Okay. So I never actually figured out what the main characters were. They're bird people then. Okay. I just knew of a spinny stick. Ooh. seen all this game on Arcade Pit. I didn't know it was something that they had on Arcade Pit, actually. Oh. I mean, I get it. Kind of like with Sanrio Smash, it's fun to throw at somebody. Ooh. Kururin! Guest? Why is there a guest one? Huh? Strange. Okay. Ooh. Oh, wait. No, there's lowercase. Give me small. Bueno, bueno. Don't want to save your data, maybe? Maybe? That's peculiar. Ooh, wait, so there's makeup. Ooh, you can touch things up. You can customize your helicopter with items as you... Oh, you can bling stuff up? Practice. Practice your weak area in adventure mode. Kururin seeks his brothers and sisters in the various lands. Test your skill, I beg your pardon. Adventure. Normal. Kururin, my kids got lost in another land. Can you go rescue them? I haven't been outside of this world. You'll be alright. Teacher Hare will teach you everything. Do you want to train? Yeah. Oh, it's an actual hare. Huh. Hello, Teacher Hare. Let me give you some advice. You'll be alright. Trust me. There's a beauty mark on the stream above your doll's head. Oh, is there? Hang on. Let me see. What's this look like? Oh, there is. Boop. There we go. Let me actually... That was because I was clicking around with something. Thank you. Let me give you some advice. You'll be alright. Trust me. Okay. I should be careful not to touch the walls, right? Watch the demo to learn the correct timing. Ooh. Ooh. Okay. Uh-huh. Yeah. Ah. Perfect. Ooh. What's that pop-up? Huh? Emulator, what is that? Maybe I can hide that. That's strange. Okay. If I hit the walls, I'll receive damage. That's right, you'll die if you hit the walls. If you fly through the heart area, you'll be recovered. Okay. Whoa. Figuring it out, don't worry. Let me tell you, the thing I'm missing here... Is there any way I could turn off that leaderboard stuff? Hang on. I want to turn off that leaderboard stuff. Disable. Leaderboard's disabled. Thank you. Yeah. I ain't submitting this nowhere. I'm a chump tier gamer. You think I'm gonna hit leaderboard stuff on here? Absolutely not. Doing all the challenges and time trials, and this game is tough. Oh, I can imagine. I can imagine. Child is missing. Please do 6 tutorials and rescue them. Rando, accept you're a bird, not a limo lesbian. Okay. Let me say, the one thing I could say here is that you kind of miss the... Actually, is there a way I could turn on an... Is there a way I could turn on analog for this? Hang on a sec. Configure? No. Input, maybe. Input, configure. Is there a way to turn on it? I know it doesn't have an analog, but it's just like I think it'd feel nicer. I mean, I know it'd just be in 8 directions, you know? Well, I mean, this is... Actually, I think I could set this up. Yeah, hang on. No? Oh, wait. There we go. defaults. There. Left. Right. Okay. There we go. Can I get through those wound passages? Wound passages? Those wound passages, I'll probably hit them. I think the bird would drive better on Jack. Just take the pills, Giorgio. Most important thing is timing. Remember to watch the demo. Okay, I think I'm good. I've got the analog on. My brain was thinking, yeah, there we go. Ooh. That feels much better. Me oh my. Hey. Yeah, if anybody plays this, absolutely. I recommend turning that on. Oh, sorry, the music's from the game itself now, actually. Let me actually do a quick tweak of the title, because I left that on for the previous stuff. The command's always going to be there, but you know. Yeah, I was playing stuff off of Rainwave beforehand. I just got into the game, though. But I mean, do you want to know what the music's from? Maybe a clue. It might be the title. Ooh. So, I feel that the passage is getting narrow. When you go through the narrow passages, use the depressions. Depression? Aw, fuck! Thought I was referring to the song the title was referencing. Oh, you spin me right round? No, I ain't that clever, don't worry. Whoop. 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 Got him. So sad, Kururin played Despacito. My greatest power of all. Being sad. Have you tried cheering up, Kururin? Can I change my propeller's direction? If you touch the spring, you can change direction. I like these extremely bite-sized conversations. Hey, I hit that. Well, I mean, I didn't hit that. So you're supposed to be following the shadow stick? The shadow stick is if you need guidance, in this case. It's kind of like if you want to see what it's like being done properly, you can follow the rabbit. You know, all's fair in war and peace. Warren being a rabbit pun, of course. There you go. Does this still work? It does. Great, I was worried. Also, ooh, I just noticed it fixed a bug in my chat widget when I updated OBS. Huh. Cool. There was a setting that's supposed to highlight red whenever somebody says my name, and it wasn't doing that for months, and now it's doing that suddenly. Well, that's good. I guess I can fly better now. Thanks. Take a rest at the safety place in the middle of the passages. Check out practice. You want to see more demos? More games and demos? No. You have difficulties in the future lands. Press the select button in the start area. Good luck. Hope you find all your brothers and sisters. Good luck finding your lost family, I guess. I don't know. I could probably do it, but I'm not gonna. I got things to do. Go slow to get used to the control pad. I'm using the analog now, buddy. Wow. So is this... Yeah, this is just... Okay, that's guidance. Yeah, I was like, what is this? Yeah, huh? Alright. Oh. Was that a Molotov cocktail? What'd I pick up? Whoop. Hey. Almost flawless. What was that I picked up? Cosmetic. Oh, I see. I mean, we're finding cosmetics, we're picking up lost relatives. This game's practically Katamari, right? A new stick color. I didn't like that color, though. Alright. I like the colored spots are very nice because they're a good visual railing or guidance. Aw. Hey. Hey. Oh, it just boots you straight out. Okay. Whoop. Easy, easy. Nice little visual cue. I like that. So it does get a little wonky here. Yeah, okay. Yeah, wide enough. Yeah, oh. Ooh. Ooh. And this way, what do we got over here? Okay, this is just practicing a longer level, I imagine. Whoop. Almost. Not quite. Ooh. Ooh. Whoop. Almost. All right. Ooh. What? No! I'm all scrungled up. Oh, that was just another cosmetic. I keep thinking the game's throwing debuffs at me. Drugs! Oh no! We got all Dr. Catsy. We're all fucked up. Remember this thing from Smash Bros? Does it show up in Smash Bros? The bird? Or do you mean the stick? Because I warn you, the stick may have shown up in various pieces of media. Its very iconic form, the straightness, the thickness. The helicopter was filmed in squiggle vision. Alright. I was trying to remember something. Didn't home movies use squiggle vision for a little bit? Like, am I misremembering that? Like, didn't they do that early on? Not as aggressively as Dr. Katz. Dr. Katz was like, ugh. It did? Ah, I see. Older episodes. Yeah, because I remember there was some visual difference. I only noticed it recently because somebody was watching old episodes and I saw like a few seconds and I was like, huh. What's squiggle vision? I can show you in a sec if you'd like. Or if anybody has pictures sitting around, feel free to post that as well. Whoop, no, whoop. It is effectively like they will take as opposed to an animation being still, every single frame, I guess you could say, is slightly redrawn with a little bit of wiggle on the outlines. So as opposed to just like sitting here like this, you see the outlines jittering a little bit. It's a strange approach, and it wasn't used in too many places that I can recall. There's absolutely some that I've never heard of, probably. But Dr. Katz was kind of infamous because, can I find a picture of this? Well, I mean, I can surely find a picture of this. Hang on. Ed, and Eddie style. Did Ed, and Eddie do squiggle vision? Also, hi, YouTube. I'm sorry. Oh, you got it right there? Yeah. Yeah, I can pull this up real fast. Oop. Let me see. This is here. And, oops. Actually, I've already got a browser set up. Yeah, let me pull this up just so I know there's folks in here and also elsewhere that may not be able to do this if they're on mobile or something. Okay, and browser, move it up here. Oops, cancel. Chrome. There we go. And Chrome squiggle vision. Ooh, this may be a little weird. Oh yeah, that's basically it right there, you know? Well, I didn't know at the time how low budget Dr. Katz was. They literally fully recorded dialogue in the creator's dining room. Wow. Yeah, Dr. Katz was, I wasn't too crazy about it, but it was always on Comedy Central. Disagree, it looks great. Yeah, it's kind of it's I'm not saying it's bad, but it's just kind of unusual, I feel, you know? Where's the game window? Where'd you go? There you are. Squiggle vision looks like how my anxiety feels. Yeah, the Dr. Katz was strange in particular. It was a fit on Comedy Central. Like, absolutely the pitch was fit entirely around Comedy Central because Dr. Katz, I forget who the guy was who played him, but is it H. John Benjamin or John H. Benjamin? I can never get it straight. But he plays Dr. Katz's son, who appears all the time. The girl on the website that we saw, that's Laura, who's like his receptionist. And she's kind of just like this deadpan lady, but otherwise, they would have a different comedian or different sets of comedians every episode. And effectively, they took the comedian, they said, hey, give me like a few minutes of your stand-up with you reading it. And we'll play that, and we'll have squiggle vision animation stuff. And we'll also draw dramatizations of whatever you're talking about. And that was pretty much it. It was a vehicle to just grab stand-up material and throw it in there. Remember, that was how I found out about Emo Phelps? Or was it Emo Phillips? I can't recall. Very distinctive way of talking. If you know him, you know him. It was on Ariel TV, so I watched it. Ariel TV. I think earliest Beavis and Butthead were squiggle vision. Oh, yeah. I know what you're talking about, yeah. I didn't watch too much Beavis and Butthead, but I remember what you're talking about. Yeah, that had really that gunged up look to it. Being low budget was a good explanation why Comedy Central aired so much back in the day. Yeah. They showed it all the time. I mostly remember it because when it was time to get up and get dressed, or actually, just time to wake up, my mother would kind of like walk by and turn on the TV and just leave on whatever channel was on. It was always Comedy Central for some reason. And she'd do that like at 6 or something. And it was pretty much like, hey, you got to be up and moving by like 7, usually. So that was happening. I remember Comedy Central was always showing Dr. Katz, and I just remember not enjoying it, but it was like, you get woken up at 6 o'clock, you want to stay in bed, it's like, whoa, Moat's on the other side of the room, and I have to get up soon. Oh. So you just you let it play in the background, and I was like, man, I didn't like Dr. Katz too much, but there may be some bias attached to that. Hi, Chickerin. Mom is worried about you at home. Brother Kururin, Kururin, thank you for coming. Hey, lazing about. Okay. Ocean. All right. Always be clean. Throw the most out of left field curveballs. Yeah. Springs will appear. Feel free to touch them. They won't hurt you. I really don't trust this rabbit. It just looks too mischievous. Ocean. Yeah. Ooh, look at that crab. Oh, man. Look at that crab. Just hanging out. Ooh. There is time, but I also like drinking in some of the Sprite stuff, like the clam in the top left. Ooh. Just peeking out. Fish. Ooh. It's a clownfish. Tell a joke. Okay. So it seems is there not a fake out spring? Struck by the crab, finishes course in over 5 minutes. We're fine. We're fine. Just slightly in third place, you know? And it's kind of like, hey, I finished that race in third place. How many places were there? Don't ask. Fake out spring would be too early. Yeah, I was thinking that. I was like, that's got to be something later, right? To where they just have a spring and they're going to grab people who just hit them on reflex. Okay. I'm kind of surprised there weren't other games that were like Kururin or Spinny Stick likes, you know? Like, I know there's Roundabout, but I mean, like, I figured something that people would kind of flock to, you know? Or was this actually a big hit? I don't know how successful it was. I mean, I didn't know about it, but I kind of missed most of this generation, to be fair. Whoops. Ooh. It was Irritating Stick. I know the name. Was that genuinely the same kind of game? I broke Stick. I'm sorry. I've got a spare, don't worry. I actually thought the heart was supposed to be a checkpoint. I guess not. Ooh. The English release of Kururin was Europe only. Yeah. Whoop. Ooh, that one's tricky to get. Ow. Thank you for the follow, by the way. Snartbutt. Hello. Whoop. I'm dumb. There we go. Go! I talked myself out of it. Oh, I could have actually nailed second place. One of the first to use dual shock vibration. Really? It's a GBA game that launched in Europe or very close. That was the only reason I bought it. No, it wasn't much else. Can I say something that don't believe the game tells you? Well, I mean, sure, yeah. I know there's speed up. I just remembered. If that's what it is, I just now remembered. Holding one of the buttons speeds you up. I was thinking, oh yeah. Ooh, 2 paths. Okay, whoops. Ah, I see. I didn't unpack which of those was the intended. You can hold both. Oh shit, you can't. Ooh, thank you for telling me. A little risky at some points, but I'll absolutely need that speed at some point. Ooh. Irritated my stick to my Kuru. Please, there may be kids in the audience, okay? Oh. Ah, I see what you're doing. Oh no! Mr. Pirates! You see that? Oh man. Regrettable. Ah, Davy Jones's locker. Wasn't expecting to see the tales of life and death in this game, my god. Okay. Ooh. Yeah. And ooh. Oh no. Ooh. Surprisingly lengthy level, actually. Alright. Yeah. Boy, I am so glad I swapped to analog. I would have done so poorly with... Ah! Damn. All the way out? Oh, wow. I didn't realize it was all the way back. Oh. I thought there was actually checkpointing, but apparently not. Oh. Actually a philosophical treatise on life and death. The stick keeps spinning until it don't. Let me see something actually here. Gets brutal later on. Okay. Alright. Ooh. Yeah, to be honest, in the last attempt, I probably should have gone back after I took 2 hits right up here. Ooh. Alright. And... Okay, I think I've got a better feel. I've been watching the edges a bit too much, but... Visually, I'm trying to get fixated on the center for cutting edges. I've got a lot more leeway than I realize, is what I'm saying. Okay. There we go. Ooh. No. Ah, dang. So I need to... Is it supposed to hit that and bounce back, I suppose? I think that's what it is. I was trying to think if I'm supposed to dodge that one or not. One fluid go. Yeah, so that springs a trap, I guess. Okay.
Jesus Christ!
Tridaka cheered X100.
Hey, Daka.
The stick will continue spinning until morale improves.
Oh boy. Thank you for the bits. Good time zone to you, by the way. Ooh. Now, in the spirit of things, I don't want to abuse save stating. but I will have that in my back pocket if some levels get a little lengthy, you know? But I'm kind of nearing the end of that place every time, so... Ooh. Okay. That's only in extreme cases, I feel, though. Because at that point, it's kind of getting to the point of watchability, I feel. I don't know. I don't like falling back on save states too much, though. Frankly, I mainly use them in the stream context do I feel like things are dragging. You know what I mean? I feel this is still fine, though, because I'm still feeling... I'm still finding my speed. Oh, I should actually go back and heal up, because otherwise I'm boned. Oh, I can straight shot that. Jesus. Okay. Oh. Well. Hubris. This part's easy now. Okay. As a skilled player. Well. In theory. Oh, hang on. A little slower, Geop. A little slower. The little guy in the bottom left looks so upset with me. I'm sorry. We're gonna wind up like the pirate. Okay, healing is down here. Woo. Okay, and yeah. Okay, so this is the first part. Okay. Yeah. Whoa. Ah, man. So that I should have hugged the right. Okay. I keep watching the edges. I need to get better about watching the center and getting a little braver about hugging corners. I think that's what's throwing me off every time, you know? Okay. Ooh. This is me practicing that, by the way. Okay, can't do that too much. Okay. Alright. Ahem. Oop. Okay. The hesitation. Yeah. I'm trying to work on improving my speed a little bit here and just trying some things out at the beginning, okay? Hence why I'm beefing this much right here. Just to unlearn a few bad habits I'm pulling here. Ooh. It's really interesting because thinking about Dan and Panzer's game Roundabout, I'm really playing this now. I'm really impressed by how they got the feel, you know. And I'm not saying this because I'm in the game and they're my friends and I'm super biased, but it's really impressive how really well they nailed the feel of it. Because I feel like if you screw this up, you know, the entire game would feel lousy, right? Ooh. Okay. Back at it again. Man, 50 seconds. I must be really screwing up the tempo. Ooh. Okay. Now then. Ooh. Now then. There, yeah. Okay, this is where it gets weird. So I am supposed to hit that one. Okay. Okay. So it is not a trap. Alright, that's the very end though, right there. I made this last time with full health, so I think the training is working. You actually take it slowly and methodically. I'm kind of, I do like the speed up quite a lot. The feel is very much like you can't go crazy with hitting the gas, you know? Like you try, there's something gonna eventually try to trip you up. No. This game's your friend. No, it's not. I am very suspicious. I mean, to be fair, I was... We got raided by Risa, or Imakuni. I was watching her play through Dark Souls 2 through a good chunk of my work today, and it made me remember just how much the devs loved tricking you, you know? And it's just like, I think in my mind, I'm already in the mindset of, no, don't trust them, there are traps here. Because for folks who never played DS2, it's just, there's a lot of points where it feels like the devs said, this would be time for a rude move, you know? No reward. Beating the par times. There is a reward for being every single level damageless. Damageless? What's the reward? Do you know offhand? I'm guessing you do if you're aware of that. Ooh. Man, oh man. Very literally a massive. Explained a lot of the philosophy. 3 more levels. Really? They gated levels behind something like that? From what you said, I'm guessing they aren't super enjoyable. Okay, that is there. Yeah. Oh man, the timing. Ooh. There it is. There it is. Ooh. Took me a bit. Couldn't do it. Tapped out. Second to last world. Respectable. Hi, Kururin. Mom's worried about you at home. What happened to me? Well, whatever. Okay. I didn't see what the Chiva was. Be careful with your timing when approaching the springs. Ooh. Jungle. Ooh. Hey! Nice. Okay. This is a speed up thing. Okay, I see. Plus they're bad. It's very hard to do every damageless. Ooh. Hey! Oh, just barely bonked on it. Whoa. I'm going. I just made it out of the bottleneck. Pro gamer in the first half. Apparently not in the half that matters. Ooh. Okay. Ooh. Oh. Goes down. I guess the left branch is the way to go there? I'm unpacking it in my head and doing hand motions. I think the left path is where I go. Got to the health pad and then immediately got obliterated by the corners. Them's the breaks. Actually, yeah, the wall actually is a break, or it does break. Okay. Ooh. Okay, yeah. Ooh. Okay, so. Ooh, I need to speed up more. Ooh. Yeah, I've got to go left. Okay, so that is... I need to time that better. Okay. Alright. Ooh. Ah. Ooh. Yeah. Hey. Okay. This part. Oh! May have had a minor mistake there. Okay. Ooh, ooh, tight. All right. Now then. Ooh. Ooh. Ah. Oh. Ooh. Close. I'll beat that hair one of these days. Maybe. Mute the game music and play soundtrack and speeches from Bennett Foddy's getting over it. Honestly, Naum, if I get really stuck somewhere, I'll keep that as something in the back of my head. Sequels to this have boss fights. Ooh, monkey! Look at him! Look at him go! It's a shame that it's slightly off screen. You can't really see it. Well, timer hasn't started, actually. Whoop, well, it... Okay, fine. Do over. So, up, left, whoop, whoop, whoop. There we go. And, yeah. Ooh. Perfect. Alright. Ooh, ooh. Alright. And upper right. This seems like it's teaching you, oh yeah, try out the buttons. By the way, there's a speed up. Ooh, ah, man. Let me see. You can pause and view the map you want to take in the scenery. Ooh. He's talking to his imaginary friend. I have several imaginary friends, don't you worry. Okay. C-map. Oh. Oh, they're moving too. Okay, good. Oh, so you can use this. Does this restrict how far you can go ahead? It does not. Ooh, yeah, look at that guy. Look at that guy. There's so much cool charm on these. Even a little monkey. Look at that. Where's he getting all them bananas? Man. Okay, so yeah, okay. I was curious how many assets there were. Okay. Yeah, that's them. Okay. All right. Yeah, so this is very much a use the speed up button I'm finding. Okay. And there, yeah. Okay. And down right, yeah. And I think we're coming up on the part where I screwed up a lot. Yeah. Okay. Whoop. Man, this sound font is super familiar. It's kind of remind me of some Etrian stuff a little bit. Whoop. Probably not, but a little bit was reminding. That was kind of giving me a little bit of Etrian Odyssey vibes, even though it's GBA, you know. All right. Whoop. And this is a big map, it seems. 46 seconds, eh? Ooh. 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 No. No. My stick. Practicing the speed up, don't you worry. Ah, okay. Gotta go deeper in. Okay, got it. And whoop. Alright, so in and there, yeah. Okay. Just gotta poke in really far. Alright. Whoop, no. And bueno. All right. Okay. Woo. I hope I don't live to regret that. Oop, going too fast. Ah, man. Ah, I banked down just a little too much. I didn't mean to do that. Oop. The game marks safe zone. Okay, I'm glad it lets you restart pretty fast. Problem is, you sometimes get frustrated and start getting impatient. This game it teaches you Zen. I'm glad it's not a game that says, "Oh, you got last place, you suck." It's just kind of like, "Hey, Rabbit was a little bit faster than you." Oh. It's not frustrating. You know what I mean? Maybe I'm just in the right headspace to approach the game, but... Ooh. I'm talking to myself a lot, but I'm also making notes to try and get a little better. Whoa. No. All right. Ooh. A little too far. Whoop. And... yeah. I could probably make that in one go if I wanted, right? Whoop. Then that happens. Alright, and... ooh, that hurt. Ooh. Ooh. And there, yeah. Okay. Ah. Ooh, I should have gone back. Ooh. Alright. And... ooh. Hey! It's a modern success. Spin Frog. Hang on. I gotta pull this up. Spin Frog. Spin Frog. I'm legit curious. Hang on. Spin Frog. Ooh. Hang on. Let me see here. Chrome. Spin Frog. Let me see. The Frog Copter? Huh. Story of Gerv and his wonderful invention, the Frog Copter. Oh! Loud. Oh, man. Oh my gosh. Ooh. I am extremely on board. Quite physically and figuratively. The music is really getting me. Press a button if you want. Oh my gosh. That is so charming. Oh gosh. Came out a while ago, I think, right? Yeah, I thought October. So a little over a year ago, actually. I'd never heard of it, actually. Oh, interesting. Remember Roundabout? Oh, of course, remember Roundabout. Yeah, we were discussing that earlier, actually. Ooh. Okay. Now then, back to the spin. Ooh, I'm surprised by how generous sometimes the hitboxes are. Ooh. Ooh. All right. Ah, too much. Ooh. Remember, you're literally in it? Yeah. Roundabout is never too far from my thoughts. Ooh, I need to speed up through there. Ooh. Alright. Ah! Hit that the wrong angle. Alright. Ooh. Okay. Hands. Got it. Alright. Whoop. Okay. Yeah. Nope. Oh, piss! Springs. I'm in my happy place. Oh. My happy, painful place. Whoop. I'm watching the center too much, I think. Okay. Nice. And careful. Yeah. And yeah. Whoop. Easy game. Easiest game I have ever played. Ooh. I'm guessing a fair amount of folks in chat have actually played this. It seemed like a good number of folks are pretty familiar with it, even though it just had European release. Ooh. Okay, I have to use speed up to get through that. Intact. Okay, this part got me a lot. Okay. Ooh. No. Ooh. 2 buttons on that one. Whoop. Ooh, little guy. No. Where am I supposed to? I guess to the left, right? Ah! Dang. So, did I miss a spring? I thought I hit the spring there, right? Because maybe I've got to go up. Okay, I may have an idea. What I found via a song and the sequel being in a Mario ROM hack. Ooh. Supposed to nudge the left passage, then go down, then go up. I see. Okay. I was thinking of something that probably wouldn't have worked. That's probably more in line what it's it's probably more in line what is expecting though. Oh boy, I'm stammering. Getting all hot and bothered about spinny stick, I'm sorry. Whoop. Okay. Now then. Okay, and... Ooh. Okay. Re-up there? Yeah. Hey Ziggy, how you doing today? I'm doing okay. Oh, my stick. Oh. Ooh. Oh, you got COVID? Oh shit, I'm sorry, dude. Are you through the worst of it, hopefully? Ooh. Ooh. Okay. Think I am? Hope you are. Jeez. Ooh. Ah! My stick! Okay. I think I know how to approach that. I've got analog and I've got D-pad. I think for cases like that, I have to get in the habit of switching to D-pad. So I don't... I've got a few cases where the analog is just a game changer, and others where it's accidentally sabotaging me. Ooh. Cases like that, I have to use analog, though. But for straight shots, I've got to get the muscle memory down, right? Ooh. Ooh. All right. And... Ooh. Yeah. Hey. Easy. Yeah. Okay. Ah. Oh. Not a problem. We all make mistakes. All wiped away. Nope, never mind. You know, let me be greedy. Ugh. Are you kidding me? I'm gonna need that health. I have to. Okay. Gotta do speed up. Ah, man. Hair, you know what they say about hair today, gone tomorrow? I don't know if that's about rabbits or scalp. Okay, I cannot speed up through that. That's the thing. Aw, man. I was... man. I was like a fraction of a second from blitzing through that with the D-pad. I lost my spatial awareness. Just take my life. Okay. And slow and steady. Zen. I'm in my happy place. Calm. I'm in my happy place. No, my pain place. Happy place. Spinning. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Nice and calm. We're gonna spin. No! Beams. We'll see about that. We'll see about that. Is the rabbit really laughing at me somewhere? I don't see him. Am I missing it in the UI when it happens? Because if so, I've got a bone to pick with that bastard. Ooh. Beautiful. Nope. Perfect. Okay. Man, that gets me every time. I guess I just have to do speed up there. I can do that without speed up. Ah, man. Okay. I'm trying to see if it's possible to negotiate that without speeding up, but it looks like you might have to. Whoop. Okay. So, a little bit more. Yeah. Okay. Whoop. And. Ah, oh. Trying this again. Alright. Already? Jeez. Okay. How can I fix my issues here? I'm starting to slide back. Let me see. Alright, and there, yeah. I'm not getting frustrated, but I'm making some mistakes. I'm trying to figure out where I'm doing them mentally. Okay, whoop. Man. Okay. Whoop. Okay. Slow and steady. Okay, okay. At least my stick is very mundane. I feel like if I got one of those cosmetics that involve a bird flying off of it, that would make my success rate even worse. What is up? Why is this corridor getting me all of a sudden? Come on, come on. Yeah. Whoop. Whoop, whoop. Why is this giving me so much trouble all of a sudden? Not in a rush. Huh? Okay. Ah, man. Okay. Whoop, whoop. Ah, oh. Almost. There we go. Don't panic. This part. Ah, gotta speed up there. Okay, this part is another part I have to speed through, right? Yes. There it is. Finally. Okay. Okay, now we're flipped. Okay. I don't believe there's a good place to break until I get around the bend, so... Did I hit this right? There we go. Now then. Whoop, 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 whoop. Alright. Get this goober. Now then. Ah! Oh no! God! Remember what I said about a distracting... Ah! Remember what I said about a distracting cosmetic? Well, there we go. The bird flying off really, really distracted me for a split second there. Whoop, whoop. Okay. I see what's screwing me up here. I think I'm past it for the most part. Not that part. Whoop. Just go slow. Yeah. Whoop. Top up. Okay. Concerning. Okay. Right there. Okay. Now then. Ahem, him. And yep, got it. Okay. Don't go too far in. Okay, I was trying to go too far deep on that one. That's what was always getting me, I think. Now this. Oh! Damn double spring. Trying to scram. It's like trying to cram a round peg through a square hole. Ooh, okay. Up. Alright. And... yeah. Whoop, whoop. Okay. Having a lot of trouble with this one for some reason. Whoop. Oh. Concerning. Oh. Hip, 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 hip. One moment, please. One moment, please. Oh. One second. Okay. Where can I find this? Is this over here? Hey, urchin. Just a sec, dude. I am spinning a plate on the side here. What are you up to today? Whoops. Dead by Daylight? Surviving? Or the alternative? One second. I'm trying to get something up on the side over here. Is this what I'm thinking of? No. This would be it, probably.
There's no feeling more intense than starting over. If you deleted your homework the day before it was due, as I have, or if you left your wallet at home and you have to go back after spending an hour in the commute. If you won some money at the casino and then put all your winnings on red, but it came up black.
I'm trying my best at the plate spinning.
Before a wedding and then immediately dropped food on it.
Enjoy. Have a good one, dude. I'll talk to you later.
Discovered that they just returned to their original view. Starting over is harder than starting up. If you're not ready for that, like if you've already had a bad day, then what you're about to go through might be too much. Feel free to go away and come back. I'll be here.
Thank you.
All right. Thanks for coming with me on this trip. I'll understand if you
I'm
have to
just
take a
killing
break at any point.
Of course.
Find a safe place to stop and quit the game. Don't worry, I'll save your progress, always. Even your mistakes.
Even my
This game is
mistakes.
a homage to a free game that came out in 2002, titled Sexy Hiking. The author of that game was Jazuo, a mysterious Czech designer who was known at the time as the father of B games. And B games are rough assemblages of found objects. Designers slap them together very quickly and freely, and they're often too rough and unfriendly to gain much of a following. They're built more for the joy of building them than as polished products. In a certain way, Sexy Hiking is the perfect embodiment of a B game. It's built almost entirely out of found and
Thank you, Bennett Foddy. Thank you, Bennett Foddy. Easy. First try with Bennett Foddy playing. Hi, Gizarin. Mom's worried about you at home. Brother Kururin. Just scared by some gorillas. Okay. Cake Land. Path is getting narrow. Be careful. Oh, Cake Land. Yum. What do we got on the map? Oh, the gingerbread man's dead. Could never get into getting over it. Jump King is more my tempo. Honestly, neither of them are my speed. Just because I feel like I don't get it, you know? I was expecting gingerbread man to be kicking their little booties, but nope. Oh! Oh, that's a tight one. Okay. Okay. Just gotta hit it the right timing. Okay, and this guy. Whoop! Ah! Whoop! Ah! Easy game. Easiest game I've ever played. Whoa! 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 Ah! Whoop! Oh man. Ah! I was getting a good tempo. Like their brand of antagonism, or you don't. It feels... I haven't seen too much of getting over it, honestly. I feel like I've just seen the beginning. But Jump King. Jump King just strikes me as... I know they're the same idea and stuff, but for some reason, something about Jump King really just... Maybe it's because of the whole jump mechanic. From everything I've seen, it looks like something that just get irritating to me. Whereas Bennett Foddy is a lot more Kusoge energy, I guess? I don't know. That probably isn't a good reason, because it sounds like it should be the other way around in that case. Okay. There's going to be this guy over here. Yep. Oh, that's tight. That's tight. Okay. Yep. Oh, boy. Don't worry, bird. I know. I am nervous as well. Oh. Ah! Bad. Okay. Whoop. Alright. And, yeah. Ooh. Ha! Piss. And there we go. Okay, I think I'm getting more comfortable with the speed up. Oof. I kind of like the parts where you're just... The game just says, no, you're done. Hard to explain, Jump King is a lot like golf in a way. Golf? Okay. And... Whoop. Ooh. Yeah, didn't hit that at the right time. Whoop. This one is pretty easy to get, it's just don't hesitate. You can come straight around here. Yeah, okay. Now this is the part that's getting me. This is very tight. Well, just tighter than it seems, I guess. Okay, new area, new territory. Don't rush it. Hey! Not too bad, not too bad. Oh, did I... Hang on a second, did I... Ooh! I beat one of Hare's times. That may have been the first time. Ooh, a minute? Ooh, this is a big one. Cake Land 2, the second serving. Alright. Okay. Jelly beans. Okay, going a little too fast, but... Once again, I love the visual indicators of like these little cascading spots to let you know, hey, it's safe here. I'm really glad they included that, because otherwise, I feel like this would get a lot more concerning. Ooh, almost. Perfect. All right. Now, nice and slow. Yeah. Ooh. Ooh, that was close. I'm surprised it let me have that. Ooh. All right. Whoops. Oof. And nice and slow. Yeah. Safety spot. All right, Orforio. Have a good one. Thanks for dropping by. No. Oh, I have to do that double on both of those. Okay. Okay. It's there. Okay. Well, at least it's not dodge these. It's touch them twice. Whoop. Whoop. Almost. There was something about that jungle map that really wasn't clicking with me. Maybe just a few things were perfect storms that threw me off, because this doesn't seem as bad, nearly. Yep. Okay. Whoop. There it is. Ah. Ooh. Oh, I missed it. Oh! I missed the spring. Okay, so the first one's probably not a double tag, but going around the bend, I have to. Whoop. Don't go too fast, Gianna. Yep. Mm-hmm. Oh. I'm doing a masterful job of dodging springs, I'm noticing. Ooh! Wait a second! The shoulder keys do sounds. I'm distracted. It's like the game just put some jingling keys right in front of me. Keeping myself entertained. I hesitated. Ooh. Ooh. Yeah, the emote thing in Mario Party I've always seen as that being very funny whenever I've seen clips and stuff. Some Mario Parties seem to have more annoying options, which I kind of like watching that. I'm sure experiencing is a whole nother thing. Love Yoshi getting railed. We all have our preferences, right? Oh. Slow and steady. Woo! Boy! Oh, that was the intent. Okay. Now then. What we got here? Oh. Ooh. Oopsie. Oh, wait. The map's got jiggling jello. Ooh, pretty. Alright. Now then. Oh. No. Yeah. Shit. Ooh. Ooh. A higher resolution, the jaggies are distracting. Well, there are filters. Yeah, there was like a filter that got slapped into this when I first booted it up, and I was like, ew. Okay, hang on. Where does it want me to go here? I guess like this. Ooh, boy. Wasn't sure if that was correct or not. Ooh. Oh, I think I see what's going to happen here. Are they going to have me retread but spinning the opposite direction or something? Oof. Okay. Boy. Ah! Man! I think I was almost there. Whoop, whoop. Yeah, it's like this is trying to... Okay, this initial part... Okay, so this is what the level is teaching you right here. I was thinking this is the case here. Because it's teaching you go around like this and then come like this and get the tempo going of going around the weird donut shapes. I like that they're teaching you consistent things. I wish I could remember what it was for that jungle level that stumped me for so long, because that's kind of a... That does mean that's something I should work on. Okay. Whoops. Don't go fast. Okay. And... Ooh. Now this is the long stretch without any healing, so I gotta go real slow, because I'm gonna need every hit. Ooh. Ah! Well, there goes that. Oh, actually, there is a heal. Okay, good. Woo! And... Okay, up here, yeah. Love that for me. A distracting decoration? Perfect. I was saying earlier how much I love those. Ah! Don't trash talk, Gio. Don't trash talk. Bird, get off! Okay, and, yeah. Yeah. Oh. Oh boy. Oh boy. I should have. Right. Went the wrong way. Okay, got a handle on that. Whoop. And. Whoop. Yeah. As charming as the game is, it really does tap into the old anxiety at times, don't it? Alright. Now then. Where am I headed? Ah, this way. Okay. And yeah, I'm probably going to skip the collectible here because it's so distracting. Actually, no, I'm right on track of it. Okay, well, woof, there we go. No, I don't think I will be getting the collectible on this level. Doing more harm than good. Oh. Ah. Okay. And... seeing a game like this on a speed run would be very interesting. Man. There it goes. Yeah. Okay. Oh. Oh. Damn. All right. And. Yeah. Okay. And. Dunzo. Whoop. Almost got myself Whoa. Nope. Doesn't feel right. The vibe was off. The vibe was extremely off. Hang on a moment. I need to be.
Recycled parts. And it's one of the most unusual and unfriendly games of its time. In it, your task is simply to drag yourself up a mountain with a hammer. And that act of climbing, in the digital world or in real life, has certain essential properties that give the game its flavor. No amount of forward progress is guaranteed. Some cliffs are too sheer or too slippery. And the player is constantly, unremittingly in danger of falling and losing everything. Anyway, when you start sexy hiking, you're standing next to this dead tree that blocks the way to the entire rest of the game. It might take you an hour
sexy
to get
hiking?
over that tree, and a lot of people never got past it.
Uh-huh.
Prod and you poke at it, exploring the limits of your reach and your strength, trying to find a way up and over. And there's a sense of truth in that lack of compromise. Most obstacles in video game worlds are fake. You can be completely confident in your ability to get through them once you have the correct method or the correct equipment or just by spending enough time. In that sense, every pixelated obstacle in sexy hiking is real.
Sexy hiking is the game that inspired getting over it. Oh.
And that makes the game uniquely frustrating. But I'm not sure Jazuo intended to make a frustrating game. The frustration is just essential to the act of climbing, and it's authentic to the process of building a game about climbing. A funny thing happened to me as I was building this mountain. I'd have an idea for a new obstacle, and I'd build it, test it, and it would usually turn out to be unreasonably hard.
Yeah?
But I couldn't bring myself to make it easier. It already felt like my inability to get past the new obstacle was my fault as a player rather than as a builder.
Interesting.
Imaginary mountains build themselves from our efforts to climb them. And it's our repeated attempts to reach the summit that turns those mountains into something real. When you're building a video game world, you're building with ideas. And that can be like working with quickset cement. You mold your ideas into a certain shape that can be played with, and in the process of playing with them, they begin to harden and set until they're immutable, like rock.
Oh.
And at that point, you can't change the world. Not without breaking it into pieces and starting fresh with new ideas. For years now, people have been predicting that games would soon be made out of prefabricated objects, bought in a store and assembled into a world. And for the most part, that hasn't happened.
Yeah.
Because the objects in the stores are trash. I don't mean they look bad or that they're badly made, although a lot of them are. I mean they're trash in the way that food becomes trash as soon as you put it in the sink.
Oh.
Things are made to be consumed and used in a certain context. And once the moment is gone, they transform into garbage. In the context of technology, those moments pass by in seconds. Over time, we've poured more and more refuse into this vast digital landfill that we call the internet.
Yeah, I don't know if it's genuine or
It
not. I like it
vastly
though.
outnumbers and outweighs the things that are fresh and untainted and unused. When everything around us is cultural trash, trash becomes the new medium, the lingua franca of the digital age. And you can build culture out of trash. But only trash culture. B games, B movies, B music, B philosophy. Maybe this is what digital culture is.
I like ruminating
A
it.
monstrous mountain of trash,
Ruminating
the
on it,
ash
rather.
Of creativity's fountain. A landfill with everything we ever thought of in it. Grand, infinite, and unsorted. There's 3D models of breakfast, Gen X's fanfic novels, scan magazines, green screen Shia LaBeouf, banned snuff scenes on LiveLeak. Facebook's got lifelike bots with unbranded adverts and candid shots of Kanye and Taylor Swift mashups, car crash epic failed GIFs, Russian dashcam vids, discussions of McRibs, discarded, forgotten, unrecycled, muddled, rotten,
Diluted.
untitled. Everything's fresh for about 6 seconds, until some newer thing beckons, and we hit refresh. And there's years of persevering, disappearing into the pile, out of style, out of sight. In this context, it's tempting to make friendly content that's gentle, that lets you churn through it but not earn it. Why make something demanding if it just gets piled up in the landfill, filed in with the bland things? When games were new, they wanted a lot from you. Daunting you, taunting you, resetting and delaying you.
Making
Players
demands.
played stoically. Now everyone's turned off by that. They want to burn through it quickly, a quick fix for the fickle, some tricks for the clicks of the feckless. But that's not you. You're an acrobat.
No,
You could swallow a baseball bat.
absolutely.
But on the off chance that you're playing this, what I'm saying is, trash is disposable, but maybe it doesn't have to be approachable. What's the feeling like? Are you stressed? I guess you don't hate it if you got this far. Feeling frustrated? It's underrated. An orange is sweet, juicy fruit locked inside a bitter peel. That's not how I feel about a challenge. I only want the bitterness. It's coffee. It's grapefruit.
Really?
It's licorice.
Huh.
It feels like we're closer now. Composer and climber, designer and user. You could have refused, but you didn't. There was
No.
something in you that was hidden, that chose to continue. It means a lot to me that you've come this far.
You're welcome.
Endured this much. Every wisecrack, every insensitivity, every setback you've forgiven me is a kingly gift that you've given me. We have the same taste, you and I. It's not ambition. It's ambition's opposite. An obdurate mission to taste defeat.
I don't know if that was appropriate.
You feel bad if you win,
I
so
brute
put
forced
the
my
snake
way.
in for you.
I brute forced my way into that. I don't think that was intentional, but I mean, we take those, as they say. Oh, audio. Am I there? Am I there? Audio. Hello? Audio. Hey, it's back. Loverin. Mom's worried about you at home. I want to go home, but I also want to eat sweets here. No, it's only the bitterness. Have you learned nothing from Bennett Foddy? Cave. I like good philosophical musing. It just feels like games make sadistic difficulty their calling card. Like Dark Souls or Getting Over It or Anathema to me. Has Unity attempted any more good PR after the whole debacle? Not that I know of. The CEO is leaving, but I mean the entire board is, polluted. So sprinting. However, if you hold both, you go even faster. Ooh, intriguing. Ooh. Oh, they wanted me to do it twice here, hey? Okay, okay. Ooh, the doubling feels weird. Okay. Ooh. Oh, it's where the game takes the gloves off and teaches you some harsh lessons. Oh boy. I'm such a slow learner. I think I see what it wants me to do there. Ah, I missed it. Yeah, just ruminate on the waves. Drink it in. Ah. Ah. Never been very good at trial and error style games because I'm more of seeing new mechanics than remastering mechanics, like in RPGs, adventures, or puzzle anthology type games. Oh. Let's see here. There's something with the flow here I'm not quite getting. Ah. I know I'm supposed to hit it twice, but the angling and the timing is screwing me. Okay. So, I need to go faster. Okay. Yeah, I see. I think I see. Okay. I missed it. Ah. Okay. Not going quite fast enough. Ah. Ah. Right, I forgot about the mechanic there. Okay, have to do sprint along here. Where do they want me to bank on this, though? Ooh. Very Amiga-esque. Yeah, it was kind of unexpected from what I heard before. Ah, the back off is getting me here. Where should I be aiming here? Ah, toward the edge? Probably toward the edge it's looking like is the winning approach. I need to speed up through that. Ah, man. Okay. Ah, man. Dang it. Think about difficult games a lot, games that are hard for a reason. Some are inscrutable, openly hospitable, or games that lull you into false insecurity. It's an interesting thing because not every game is for everybody. Yeah, definitely. It's like it kind of gets the whole thing of like a Souls-like game missing the point, I feel. Some are just rude for the sake of being rude, and some of them are kind of like they want to give you a bit of a challenge, but they, aren't too mean about it. I feel like early Souls-like clones that really missed the mark got that because they were like, well, I just need to make the boss something that one hits you, right? Or I need to give it so much health that it just eventually gets you, and that's the secret of the sauce, right? And a lot of games fell into that early on. Ah, man. This is a rude one. Ah. Also a thing that's hard to design, something difficult that is all for the fun. Yeah, definitely that too. Ah. Oh! I was there! Oh! Beans. Okay. There's just a flow I've got to get into. I think I'm about there. The top half, I had that last time. Let me see if I've still got it. Not quite. Oh, I wish I had an extra hit, but we'll take it. Oh, I screwed up. Ooh, close. Do prefer Dark Souls style messing with the player to early 2000 style, like a Mario 1000-Year Door. You have to pick up handed 100% discrete pieces of trash, something like that. Actually never played 1000-Year Door. Oh. I was actually watching something earlier today. It was actually when I was doing my rowing stuff. I started up on I mentioned before that I was looking for stuff to watch when I row, and something I'd been going to as a easy fix is like a video essay thing. Like if I find one that's by a content creator and it clicks and it makes the hour go by fast, I stick with it. And the one I was looking at today was somebody I'd not seen before. Somebody else recommended them on a video. I think it was like Boot Shine or Shoe something Shine. I can't remember. but I was curious because they had a big one on Y2K, and it was interesting to see some of his perspectives on its issues, because I've seen people try to play that game on streams, and some people do it as like a punishment run. It was very interesting to see how it missed a lot of points on game design stuff. And a lot of times it seems extremely close to being a good game, and it goofs up a lot of things, like the flow of battle feels very wrong. The main reason that popped in my head is because you mentioned 1,000 Year Door, and one of the things he was mentioning was like the combat is not good in Y2K because everything takes forever. Like one of them, something this guy did was he took one of the Paper Mario games, I think it was 1,000 Year Door, and he timed the duration it took for Mario to execute an attack and get to the next command. And it was like it's after confirming an attack and getting back to control, I think it was like 2 or 3 seconds. In Y2K's case, they had mini games, which is fine, but the entire time before main character attacked, before it got to the next thing in the lineup, was like 13 seconds. And you do that every time you attacked. And the other thing was, in Mario games, hitting the sweet spot was beneficial because it'd give you critical damage. In Y2K, something I didn't realize is if you screw up the critical, your character just misses. Like, wholesale. If you are bad at a minigame, it's not that you will do less than ideal damage. Your character will just whiff every time. And that was news to me, because that has got to feel atrocious, man. I've mentioned briefly on the Y2K thing, I haven't played it, I've just observed bits and pieces, and it's very interesting how so many things are close to being good, and other times it just misses it by a country mile. It is so perplexing, because usually you see something to where a game just doesn't get it on so many fronts, and that it's like, it is agonizingly close, but it is just off in so many ways, so many places, that it's just like, how did this happen? Ah, that's exact same spot. Thing that finally sealed Y2K's fate, though, the dev's very public meltdown. I heard that they were interviewed, they had a meltdown over critic stuff. They were supposed to do like an overhaul of the game to like fix issues, but I've heard the Twitter's gone silent, so now people are kind of like, oh, is that just dead on the vine now? Because I know a friend of the channel, Hina, she's kind of joked about having to replay it. Oh, she's joked about having to replay it once that patch drops, and it's just like, they just totally fell silent. It's just like, well, it has to happen eventually, right? Oh, come on. I had a good flow. Oh, man. Why was it noteworthy in the first place? Because of Infamously Bad? It was teased from a ways out, and like the graphics, art style, everything seemed very interesting. It had mechanics that in like teasers and stuff looked interesting, and then you got your hands on it and realized how slow things were, and also just like how unlikable the protagonist was. Like, I remember when Valhalla, the visual novel about being doing a bartender thing, I need to actually get back to that and play through that, because I always got a ways. Every winter, I try to play through Valhalla, and I always get off task early on. But I remember when Valhalla was getting teased, I came across that, and that was the only year I ever went to PAX East, and I remember I saw the dev's studio, or the dev studio had they had like a poster, or a booth, I'm sorry. They had a booth set up, and right next to them was Y2K, and that was the first time I'd seen it. And I remember that was like a year or two before Valhalla came out. So Y2K had been kind of buzzing for quite a while, you know? It was pretty hyped up. Yeah, it was extremely hyped up. Like the entire Earthbound, it wears Earthbound's DNA on its sleeve, you know? But it's just, so many things it gets strange, like just how long-winded everything is. Like there's a cat that's like a plot point early on, and they spend so long rambling about it when they could have just said, "Oh, it looks like it has a mustache." I worry my rambling has caused me to get stuck here, but I tend to be getting to about the same point. Reminds me of Game Dungeon video where Ross mentions people tend to focus on low-hanging fruit when it comes to criticism, obvious stuff you could fix, less common to focus on smaller things that are a lot more complicated. One of the things I feel that, just from observing it, one of the things that really is so frustrating about Y2K is the rambling it does, but also just how unlikable the protagonist is. And one of the things that the dev or writer had issues with is people taking umbrage with the protagonist being unlikable. And he's like, oh, well, that's the idea. But the thing is the protagonist is just, there's not much to him. He's very empty and blank. And once you get past that, there's nothing redeemable about him, you know? Which sounds like, oh, well, there's a lot of games like that, but not in this case in particular. Just from gleaning examples, it's just that, like, he's got throwaway comments that just make him really creepy and weird. Like, there's a girl that he very awkwardly tries to hit on, I think. It's like he's commenting on where she looks like she's from, and it's just like, what the hell? Why is this the main character? Ooh. Ooh. Also, those pronounced yick. It's supposed to be Y2K, but people call it yick because, well, it's 2 Roman numeral 1s, for which, Roman numeral 2, rather. But it's just that it's 2 capital I's, and people just kind of, ironically call it yick. Ah! Yeek! Exactly. Yick, yeek. It's supposed to be Y2K, but the people who call it that are actually the minority, I've found. Oh, come on. I swear, I am focusing on this level, by the way. Ah! Thought they were lowercase i's. They're actually just Roman numeral 2. Like, I remember looking at the logo and stuff. I think I see what's getting me on those horizontal springs. Ooh. Hey, Ixnay, how you doing? Ah, missed it! No, please! Please, no! Please, please. Okay. I've got the flow there. I see what the idea is. Ah! That's the thing that always gets me, is right there. Game's bad gameplay and character went quiet and became such an irony game because of how cringe it is. It was kind of irritating because I think a lot of the pushback was supposed to be like, oh, well, you don't get it then. Some people were like, oh, it's supposed to be, it's postmodern. There was that whole angle of leveraging that against some criticism from my recollection. Too much, too fast. Ah! Okay. Ah, man, I just missed it. Ooh, that would have, that was it. That was it. I felt it. It has plot points that make it look like the creator fucked up, explain late reveals that nobody wants to play up the game far enough to see. Well, that's the thing is, if they wanted to fix some parts of it, it seemed like the combat feel being really slow is part of it. God almighty. Always dying the same place, the same... Hey, I mean, predictability is one of my strong suits, let me say, for better or worse. Ah. The impact with the springs is really what's getting me, you know? Ah! Gosh. Try to aim your taps for the first and last springs. Yeah, I was trying that at first. I think I fell off from that and that's what was getting me. Okay, let me try it over here as well. I think I gotta do toward the middle one at the top, but I also have to back off really fast. Whoop, too fast. Too fast. Okay. Oh! Yeah, middle. Tip that may be interested. Of course. You got it, tips, that's fine. I mean, as evidenced, I wouldn't argue against it. It's not like I'm like, no, I'm doing fine, thank you. Man. Rotate more before hitting the spring. Which ones, though? Ah! No, no, no. Okay. So... Try to let the ship move into the spring when you can instead of moving yourself. Less chance of getting double bounce. Okay. I was doing that for a time, but I moved away from it. Okay, okay. So, let me try that again. I gotta hit towards the right spring on that one, just because I keep clocking myself at the same spot. I've gotta try. Let me try that. Because this one seems relatively okay. It's the next one that really gets me every time. Well, I say that now, but... Okay. Hey, lobster. Just a sec. What were you up to today? 1 second. Ooh. One sec. Let me do the command for you. What are we up to? 1 second. Whoop. Did not say? Oh, there it is. Shadow of Doubt. Not familiar with that one. I mean, Shadow of Darkness, yes, but Shadow of Doubt. Yeah, it's all Greek to me, you know? Okay. Whoop. Read that as ISO of Blue Lobster. So. Whoop. Oh! Got him! Lobster. Welcome back to 4.
_blue_lobster just
Thank you so
subscribed
much.
for 4 months. It's a really cool detective game, though still some bugs to work out.
Ooh.
I ended with the case of the thief that stole her partner's gun.
Interesting. Well, thank you so much. Hope you're enjoying the game then. I'd actually not heard of it before. Cave 2? The sequel? They made a whole new cave? Oh no. Well, those skeletons are definitely not moving, huh? Okay, I think I see what to do there. I have to hit it with the backside. Oops. Yeah. I know what to do with that part. Okay, okay. Oh! I should actually go a little slower here. Ah. Ah. All right, a little bit more. Ooh. Hey. Ants. Yeah. Okay. I've got to remember to go fast through this part here. That's what's getting me. I have to go fast through there because there's not enough time. This part, I can take my time. Well, right before bonking my head there. Uh-huh. Oh. Okay. And. Okay. Let's see. Oh. Shit. It's actually been 4 hours. I actually may have to take a call for work stuff in like 5 or 10 minutes. I think that may have to do me for today, friends. Thanks for coming though. I hope y'all enjoyed watching me bumble through this, right? Let's see who's a going right now. Oh, we haven't. It's kind of rare that I get a chance to raid into Oozeworm, and they raid me all the time on Sundays. So I think we could raid over into Ooze, all right? Yeah. Thanks for coming, folks. I think Thursday, probably around the same start time, we're going to have some stream. Some sort of Metroidvania. It's one of two. Did I rescue anyone? I rescued several birds. Not all of them, but I mean, you know, whatever. You gotta leave the nest one day, right? They gotta fend for themselves. But let's raid into Ooze, all right? And I'll see you, I suppose, Thursday. If not then, there is what is it? There is Ocarina of Time. That'll be Saturday. And past that, we've got Zillow with Mint on Sunday. Okay? So, look forward to that. Otherwise, let's raid to Ooze. Howdy or Scramble, whichever. It's Oozeworm. You know him. So, thanks for watching, folks. I hope you have a wonderful rest of the week, all right? And until the next time, remember, you don't have to save all of your siblings. Wink. Adios.
Either, because the joke was no.